I gotta do this podcast, bro.
Hey, what it do? 414, stand up. Milltown, stand up. Northside, stand up. Foundational Black Americans, stand up. This is the platform that you want to be listening to. It is Outlaw Radio, and I'm the host of Outlaw Radio. My name is Kevin Barnes, the mouthpiece of the movement, the militant with a microphone, aka the Negro Whisperer, certified professional life coach, Negro Whisperer. What it do, man? We back. It's Monday evening. It's Outlaw Radio Live. A lot of information will be distributed tonight. So tell a friend and tell a friend. Y'all share the show. Share the show. Share the show. This is what I do Mondays and Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time until whenever I choose to cut the machine off, simply because I own the machine. So you can't tell me what the fuck to do with it. So welcome to Outlaw Radio, man. Yeah, man, I'm all in my shit tonight, Sean. I'm all in my shit. I'm all in my shit. I see my brother's here with me, and he's always a guest, but sometimes a friend, sometimes he's family. I don't know, depending on what mood he's in. He's a moody individual.
Who you talking about?
More. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
Okay,
what's going on,
bro? That ain't cool. Damn,
hey, man. It is what it is, man. What's happening? It's full life, man. You know what this shit is.
What up, fool?
What's happening? I'm good,
man. You know, staying alive, brother. Staying alive, man. Trying to do my part before I get called home. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's all. That's all. You know, hoping to drop some game. You know, since I'm a member.
Yeah. You are. Yeah. You're affiliated, right? No matter what you say. Now,
I didn't say gang. I said game.
I didn't say what you said. I just said you was affiliated with whatever you said. You got to listen, man. You can talk real well. We're going to work on your listening skills tonight. Listen up, man. Y'all welcome to the show. Listen. The one thing that makes Outlaw Radio kind of like a real experience is that the show is fully interactive. So there is a chat room, and people jump in the chat room. It pops. Shout out to the Outlaw family who get in my chat room. But there's also a phone number. And that phone number is 262-202-5131. Once again, 262-202-5131. And if I said it too fast for you remedial people, it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, along with the Cash App. Get in where you fit in. So, welcome to the show, man. I'm very happy to be here. This is Outlaw Radio. We haven't been on since last Wednesday. My brother hit me up. He said he wanted to bring somebody on. You know, I fuck with him like cook food, right? And so, my brother, you are here. I see you. The people can see you. Tell these people who you are and what you do.
My name is Melvin Lee. Nice to see y'all. Thanks, Sean, for hooking us up.
No problem.
The Negro Whisperer. I've been listening, you know, in and out. You know what I'm saying? But this is my first time really getting into it. So, you know.
Okay.
But, you know, I go by Mel Lee, you know, and, you know, I sell Aflac insurance. And I stumbled upon this about 15 years ago. And, you know, I never used it, but, you know, I got it 15 years ago, you know, and fast forward to my kids are grown and I didn't want to work at the factory no more. So if you black and you work at a factory, you probably know about Aflac. But other than that, most people just know about the Duck or Deion Sanders or, you know, Nick Saban. But they really don't know what we do. So that's why I'm here, just to let you know what we do, you know, and, you know, see if we can, you know, help some people out, basically.
That's what's up. And we're talking about it just in case you missed it. Insurance, a dirty word in the black community. Life insurance, though. Auto insurance. Well, hold on, Sean. It's what the man said, right? I'm going off what he said. All right. All right. The man said insurance. Which to black people is something that we don't often invest in. How many of us driving a car right now with no auto insurance? How many of us are living our lives right now? Big thugs, big gangsters, flipping product, moving weight, pimping hoes, kicking in doughs. And when you die, it's a GoFundMe. Yeah. Right? It's a GoFundMe. Yeah. You got pictures with you with big bundles of money up to your head. And when you die, they be like, please help the family. Like, so insurance. I just want to point that out. The brother said that. Now, Sean, you want to jump in. Go ahead, my brother.
So, you know, he reached out to me and he said insurance. You know, I'm like, man, I don't want to talk about no insurance, right?
See? Black people. See?
I know. But Then he told me that he was related to my brother, right? I said, well, shit. Just out of that, I gotta listen to him, and I might learn something.
Okay.
And in conversing, we talking, and it just triggered something. Something he said triggered something. And KB, man, I really be about trying to find solutions to stuff, bro.
That's right. That's right.
And when he said it, first thing I thought about, just like you, go fund me's, right? And how often we see them. It's always a GoFundMe for little Ray, a little Boo Boo, or you know what I mean. And so we got to talking, and I came up with a plan, right? Hopefully to guide some of these young people to some wealth and wealth building, right? The first goal though is to get them to acknowledge that they want to live and agree to try to live, right? And if you make it 15, 20 years, you falling back on $200,000.
Okay.
Right? And there's a way to go about it. There's a way that these small businesses can help these young brothers, man, these youngsters that do want to escape poverty, right? So yeah, that's I just
so what I take from this is that we as Black people love possessions. We love to have a nice car.
Yeah.
We love to have a nice home. We like to have jewelry. I mean, well, I think a lot of times what we don't know is a lot of these things can be insured.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we talk about, and I'm gonna ask my brother this. First of all, let me get to the chat room. I see my brother Forte in there. Oh, life, man, what it do? He said peace and love. He said that he's watching. He's on a Zoom, but he's paying attention. Welcome to the show, man. All I ask is that you share the show, right? Like you can hit the Cash App, right? Like you can hit it, but just share the show if you don't want to hit it. But no, so when we talk about, we have a love for material things as people, but we don't insure these things. A motherfucker out here driving his car, he hits something, he wrap around a tree. If he's lucky enough to have enough insurance coverage to just at least pay the people that he hit or pay for the damage that he created. But we talking about full coverage. So you get a new car, you get a new car, you get a new car, like Oprah said, right? So we don't insure things. So I want to, first of all, I want to say this too, because let no one miss the point that we're still going to talk about what's going on in our city right now.
Yeah.
And the violence is steadily and consistently out of control. Okay, I want to say that.
Which leads us back to insurance.
Well, you're right. It's connected, right? So, right. So, but I want to say this. The violence, every time I see the neighborhoods where it happens, that I'm always wondering, especially if I got people or acquaintances in those areas. And I seen one on 19th and Nash. And I crossed my fingers and I said, I hope it ain't nobody that I know, because that's my turf, right? Like that's where I cut my teeth at. And lo and behold, it was somebody who I know. I want to say rest in peace to Jamaican Charlie. And if you from the hood, yes, he was one of them. He was the 62-year-old, I believe, that was murdered on 19th and Nash, and there was a youngster. He was 62, and there was a 52-year-old that was shot with him.
Right.
I want to say rest in peace to Charlie, just because I knew Charlie. Yeah. Just because I spent a lot of time on Atkinson with Charlie, right? And long story short, when I jumped off the porch and came out there, and you start trying to figure game out, like who should I go to, or what should I do with this and that. And he was an older dude who, I don't know why, he said, man, let me show you.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, right? Like, oh shit, you know how to do that. So rest in peace to him, because I saw him also go through life and try to remedy and get away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't, substance abuse or whatever. But 62 years old, shot down, right? And I know the whole hood. I'm not there, but I know the whole hood over there is like, dude, they killed Jamaican Charlie.
Yeah.
Like y'all upset about OG Tweezy, rightfully so. Right? You are upset for any individual that you know who passed, and I'm really upset about Jamaican Charlie getting hit. Like it's crazy, right? It's crazy. So rest in peace to him.
Can I say something right quick?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Because I made a post about this. We got to stop saying that, bro. That rest in peace, because anybody that's taken violently, they not resting in peace. Ain't no way, bro. You know what I mean?
I
We
think it
hope
depends
that
on
they
what you
are,
believe in.
right?
It depends on what you believe in, because you're taught, if you believe in Christianity, that when you die, you go to a better place. So to say rest in peace, meaning you don't have to worry about the trials and tribulations of this world that we live, the bills, the stress, whoever he was into it with on the street, whatever burdens that the chemicals and the substances and all that stress.
Well, you
I'm
took up
hurting, I'm
preaching in
sick.
school, didn't you?
Huh?
You took up preaching in school, didn't you?
Nah, man, I'm just a real nigga.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
I know you're not remedial.
I'm just an educated. I'm just an educated thug, man. Come on with it.
All right, gangster.
Right. No gangster, no gangster.
Oh, okay.
Right. You know, from Capital. So no, I want to say that. Rest in peace, Jamaican Charlie, man.
Yeah,
and like
man.
I said, if you know, you know. If you don't, who are you talking about? You obviously don't know. Yeah. So I want to put this in because you just made an excellent point that this also connects to my brother here with insurance. Yes, because what do we see soon after one of our homies get taken down in the street?
Yeah.
Gotta get these funeral costs together, man. He ain't had no life insurance.
Yeah.
So I want to ask my brother now, what kind of insurance do you specialize in? Like, what's your area of expertise? Or are you just like, nah, I'm an all-star, I do them all?
Well, I sell supplemental insurance. So supplemental insurance, this puts money directly into your pockets. It don't pay the hospitals or the doctors. You know, this goes to your pocket. Now, speaking on all these GoFundMes, we do sell life insurance also. You know, we have term and whole. But I'm just speaking of every day, just going to the store. You know, I mean, with the people out here driving like they're crazy, you know what I'm saying? You can get to an accident and be in the hospital just going to the corner store, you know? So that's what, you know, I mean, I just found something that I believe in. Okay. And so that's why I want to tell everybody about it. That's basically it.
That's
and
what's
the supplemental insurance is what got me. Like, I can go to a doctor visit and get paid for going to the doctor visit, right? Instead of me constantly paying them, I'm getting paid back some money.
Okay.
You know, and you know, we were talking about LLCs and how these small businesses can become an asset in some of these younger people's lives because they can agree to sponsor one of these kids, right? And now they got insurance and they got supplemental insurance, and your life is covered, bro. You know what I mean? You covered just in case something happened. You know what I mean? Your mama got to bury you. Guess what? You covered, right? You get sick, you covered. You get money back.
So I got a question about that. Let me catch the chat room. Dion James, what up, Dion, man? What's happening?
Dion.
His whole name. Dion, what up?
Yeah, Dion.
What up, my outlaws? DeVille Willis, I see you, man. I see you, Q Love out in Vegas. He said Outlaws, RIPOG. Yes, sir. Rest in peace, Jamaican Charlie, man. John Fletcher said, what up, Outlaw family? Spit them facts. So you just spoke on supplemental insurance. I might need a breakdown on that simply because when you say if you go to the doctor, right? Okay. And so my medical benefits through my job, that's medical insurance. Mm-hmm. That is my medical insurance. Mm-hmm. They don't offer me progressive. They don't offer me supplemental. Mm-hmm. They give me medical, dental, all that kind of stuff, but it's through whoever they do business with. So how could I, as an employee who's covered through a company, say, okay, I want supplemental, and if they don't offer that, then I have to walk away from their insurance and deny their coverage and then go to progressive? Is that what we're saying? Okay.
No.
It's Aflac.
Wherever you
Aflac,
work.
I'm sorry, Aflac.
Wherever you work, they offer health insurance. You know, so everybody should have health insurance already. You know, so when you walk into the doctor, you give them your health insurance card. Aflac is not that. Okay, so what was the question you just asked me again? I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Explain.
Kamar, wait. Okay, I missed Kamar. This is my fault, y'all. I gotta.
Hey, sir.
Yeah,
hey, listen, man,
you know how I feel, though.
On me, dog. I've been in the green room for about 10 minutes.
Now you know how I feel. Now you know exactly how I feel, bro.
Hey, I was hesitant, man. It was like
you can get a link and you still won't be on the show.
Yep.
No. Hold on.
Yep. You know how I feel.
In my defense. Okay, so I can see, like, I have like 4 windows open under. Y'all don't understand what I see. So if I don't scroll down, Kamar's on the bottom now. He's normally on the top. I had to scroll down when he said, "How long I got to sit in the green room, fam?" I said, "Oh shit!" So I scrolled down and here's Kamar. What up, Kamar? How you doing?
I had to get in the chat room. I had to jump in the chat room.
My bad, man. Hey, and I done show done that to Sean before we doing the show, and I got like windows open, and he's like, "Dude, what's happening?" And I scroll down. Oh shit, he been sitting there for like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
my bad, man. What's going on, Kamar? How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm all right, man. I'm here.
That's funny. Right. Let me put this up so everybody can see it. Look, how long do I gotta sit in the green room, fam? Oh my god. Hey man. Welcome to Outlaw Radio, man. How y'all doing? This is live, man. So we don't do edited shows, so it's live. So shit happens. So Kamar, just to catch you up, we got my brother here, Mel Lee.
Hey, man, I've been here.
Oh, I forgot. You've been sitting in the green room. I know exactly what the fuck the show is about. Oh shit. No. GoFundMe's, man. That's what we gonna put the needle back down on GoFundMe's, right? And we talk about insurance. And so the brother was about to break down supplemental insurance for me. I think my people would benefit from that too. Let's talk about what that actually means.
Okay, so your job offers you insurance already. Now, what I do, I go to my everyday job. I go to businesses, big businesses, small businesses. I try to target about 50 employees or smaller, but I go to the HR department or the owner of that business and see, I sit down and talk to the owners and see if we can benefit that company, as far as him being the business owner, because we got to convince him that it's going to save him some money first, so that's with the taxes, but then we're basically, can I come into your company and have a meeting with your employees, because all of this is employee funded, unless the owner of the company want to make a contribution. A contribution meaning he can pay for a policy, or he can give a monthly dollar amount. So all his employees, each month, each employee gets $30. That's basically equates to about a 17-cent raise. You see what I'm saying? 29-cent raise is about $50 a month, but that can pay for a policy, which can pay you out thousands if something happens with you.
Okay. So once again, I want people who are listening to say, nah, because you know how we are, man. I ain't fucking with my health insurance. And fuck with dude talking about shit. I got a bad foot too. I fuck around, go to freighter and get sent home.
And so this does not. Everybody, like I said, everybody already has health insurance. So you're not going to the hospital and say, yeah, I got Aflac. No, you're giving them your health insurance card. When you leave that hospital, you got a My Chart, or most hospitals got a My Chart, which you stand for, and you go home and you do your claim on the computer, send it to Aflac, send your My Chart in what you went in for. Now there are different policies, but whatever you went in for is on that My Chart. Aflac is going to look at that My Chart and say, okay, he's covered for that, and going to send the money directly to you, mail it to you, or it's going to show up right in your bank account.
So does this now mean that my insurance through my job is not going to pay? So, I mean, is it like, okay, they pay, so they're going to be like, no, you owe us that money because we already paid?
No, not at all. This is not health insurance. Again, this is not health insurance. This is supplemental insurance. Your health insurance is going to pay those doctors and hospitals. And we don't coordinate benefits. So your health insurance is not going to call Aflac and say, what type of policies do you have? And Aflac is not going to call your health insurance and say, what type of policies you have. You see?
So now, how much would this cost me monthly If I have this, how much will this cost me monthly?
Okay. We have a number of different policies, but monthly they run around $30, $45 a month individually.
Okay. So, and I'm trying to be like understand this.
Yes.
So I can pay $35 to Aflac for supplemental insurance.
Yes.
And if I go to the doctor, my health insurance is going to pay that bill, but Aflac is going to say, yo, since you went to the hospital, here go the money for the doctor bill.
No. So this is what happens. It depends on what you're going to the doctor for first. Are you going for a checkup? Are you just going for a routine checkup every year? Or were you in an accident? Routine checkups, our policies have, I believe it's $100 per calendar year just for going for a checkup, first off.
$100.
That's just one. That's all right. Let's just say an accident policy. Accident policy persists. If you go to the hospital for any type of accident, if you're in the kitchen cooking and you cut your finger and you got to go get a couple stitches, they're going to start by paying you $250 just for going to the ER. Now, the bigger the accident, the bigger the payout. And just for going for preventative care, you're going to get yearly benefits for that. So, and then surgeries. I mean, we got a lot of different plans. I'm just speaking of the accident plan right now, but people dropping left and right from cancer, and we got a cancer policy that's $30 a month, and the kids are covered for free until they're 27. You see, so it's just, and then with the cancer policy, upon diagnosis, it's always upon diagnosis, and we don't want none of this stuff to happen. But I see us going out every weekend and spending hundreds of dollars, just to kick it.
Okay.
Why not invest?
So like even with some like my insurance, you have the option for a health savings account.
Yes.
Which means
yes,
whenever I go to the doctor, a certain amount of money is allocated to an account that goes towards health expenses. And if after it builds up, I can then say, okay, the deductible is how much? I have this in my health savings account. Just take that and put it over there. Right. And so, or even like, hey man, not only have I been to the hospital, but I need stuff at home. So I need bandages, I need, brace or a cane or a walker or something. And so you can get that out of your health savings account. So people would then say, so why do I need Aflac if I have a health savings account?
Well, we got policies that work well with health savings accounts also, because I mean, sometimes you can use your money for health savings account. If it's over, you can roll it over to the next year.
Yeah.
But some of them, they don't roll over.
Right. So you got to go at the end of the year. My wife has done this. End of the year, she go to Walgreens and just dump. We got peroxide, we got alcohol, we got cotton balls, we got Q-tips, we got bandages, gauze, and I'm like, what you doing? Well, my health savings account is not going to roll over, so I had to go and spend that money. Now, see me myself, I don't buy. I say no, I don't want that. When I choose my benefits, like no, give me all my motherfucking money. No, I don't want that. Now, but I'm saying I've been fortunate enough that my wife, like Kamar said, she's smart enough to say use it or lose it. So if I do bump my head or something or cut my finger, I run in there, throw some Roxide on it, some antibiotic cream. I can do spray it at home. You know what I mean?
But the benefit with Aflac is, like with that health savings, you can only go spend it at certain spots.
Right. You can't get cash.
You can't exactly. You cannot.
That's what black people want to know. Can I borrow something from it? No, you can't get cash.
You cannot borrow.
Aflac giving you cash.
Yeah, they're giving you cash, and you can spend it on whatever you want to spend it on. Whether it's the deductibles, whether it's the copay, whether it's your rent, whether your cell phone bill. You do what you want to do.
So you're gonna have backwoods, but you ain't gonna have no band-aids. Basically,
if that's what you want.
Right.
Hey man, some people priorities is...
I know, I'm joking around. I'm fucking with you, man. Fucking with you. Hey, welcome to the show, man. If y'all just tuning in, we got my brother Mel Lee here. We got Sean Moore. We got the Ghetto Witch Doctor. He is here. For people saying, "Oh, Kev was wrong for that shit." He's here. He's not in the green room. In the chat room,
anymore.
Well, come on, Sean. Don't see you
Oh,
gonna
my
make
bad,
it
my
worse.
bad. Damn,
This is Dion. He said, damn, he's going at you, Sean. This is you know how Dion do it. He said, Sean, put that cig out, put that motherfucking cigarette out, you coughing.
Well, I can go to the hospital and I get
Right.
a check next month.
Because he got Affleck. Because he got
leave me
fucking
alone.
Affleck.
Hey,
right? And you get some mad.
Hey, see, and that's another problem that Affleck has been dealing with. But they changed a lot of plans now because see, a lot of people was going to the hospital just to get a check. You see, so they came out, they changed the plans where okay, now you can only go to the hospital 10 times a year for an accident.
And shame on you if you go into the hospital for $100 every 2 weeks. Come on, y'all. That's some black people shit right there. That is some black people shit. Man, I'm about to run out to Freighter right quick and get this bread. Come on, man.
Whatever.
Listen,
So
Fote fucking with me. He said I'm on punishment for leaving Kamar. I am, man. I know Kamar like fuck Kev, right? Like after the show, he looking for his own deal. OG coming soon, real OG radio and shit, right? Dion said, bro fell asleep with the cigarette in his hand. So okay, so and we have once again, Kamar is an expert on like the whole health thing, like with the whole what he does with Nature's Nature and you know vitality. So Kamar, I want to ask you this. So can I, or have you worked this angle? Say I'm doing CMOS, right? Say I'm saying, okay, I have high blood pressure and I'm rocking supplements, and I have this health savings account. Is there some way you can get on in the book so I can say I'm gonna go to House of Vitality with my health savings money and just buy a bunch of CMOS, a bunch of supplements, a bunch of tea, boom, and you get that money and we get because it's healthy, right? Is there? Have you looked into that?
That would be dope, but you know what I mean. It's not considered medicine.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
It's actually considered food.
Okay.
But with Affleck,
now there's some paperwork I could fill out where I can get stamps.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so people can get EBT. You can rock the EBT.
Yeah.
He
right now I gotta get the right paperwork. But yeah.
Okay. So I'm just trying to put your products in poor people's hands. But I think what Sean was finna say, if you got Affleck, you get that cash, you can go to the Sherman Phoenix and rock with Kamar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Get all the CMOS.
Not only that, right? So I got 2 meetings coming up with insurance companies. One with my man and his people, and one with his other company. My ideal is to get companies to hire some of these young people, 2-3 people, right, and sponsor that policy. Put
now,
that policy.
Now, when you say sponsor, because I got to make this clear,
right?
You know, if you have a business and you pay your taxes, on this business, you got business license. You know, if you in the neighborhood, I don't know what type of business you have, but you know, me and Sean were talking about these kids that's, you know, get them into your business, hire them to do something for you, you know, where they can get these policies, because we have something called GI Life. It's guaranteed issue insurance. So if you're not a felon, you know, felons can't get life insurance anyway. So
really, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, no, felons can't get life insurance.
Wow, I did not know that.
Diabetes, if you have a diabetes, and you know, if you're kidney disease, you can't get life insurance. So we have something called guaranteed issue life insurance, where if a company has X amount of employees, you know, and X amount of employees, you know, want life insurance, it's guaranteed issue where there's no underwriting questions.
So I want people to be clear on this too. We're talking because I feel like this is more independent versus, like I said, your job, because I have 2 life insurance policies through my job, and they didn't ask about pre-existing conditions or anything. As long as you employ, if I left out today, my wife would be able to say, yo, damn, dude had boom. Let's pray that don't happen, right? Because, you know, that would be the end of the show, right? But I'm just saying, because I want people to understand.
We'll carry on, bro. We got you.
Well, no, y'all can't do what I do, especially with my wife. I don't want you to say you're going to take care of my wife when I'm gone, right? Like, okay, don't worry about it. I got her. No, don't tell me that. Don't be like, Kev, don't worry, you gone, but I got Sheila. No, I'm cool, man. I want to stay here. I don't need you to do
Outlaw
nothing.
Radio.
No, y'all can have that. All right, just come to the crib.
We ain't gonna leave nobody in the green room either.
Okay, well, see, you will when you. I've seen you do worse on your podcast. Stop it. Come on, come on. They wasn't in the green room, but they ain't had no microphone. They was talking like a motherfucker.
Dog,
no motherfucking sound.
Dog, we doing that? That's what we own?
You came at me.
Dog,
listen.
you be doing too much too soon, bro.
Hey, listen.
It sounds like Milwaukee Corey Holcomb right now. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
If you're in the city of Milwaukee and you have a business, you know, I would like to come and just sit down for 20, 25 minutes and just talk to you because, you know, I've been trained to go out to these companies out in Waukesha, Pewaukee, and, you know, I'm getting to know before I even hit the door. And y'all know why. You know,
absolutely. Yeah.
So what I did, you know, it in February, it kind of clicked for me. I'm going to these Milwaukee businesses because they either don't know about it or don't understand it, you know, and I want to tell them about it, whether they get it or not, you know, and that's my goal. So I'm trying to reach business owners that have employees that, you know, live in the city of Milwaukee, you know, and worried about the people around your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Just to help them.
Dope. That's dope because we got the ghetto witch doctor who got a whole business and he has employees. And so one of the challenges when you work for a small business, particular black business, ain't no insurance, right? Like, so I might be working the shit out the cash register, but you know what I mean? I got to have Cobra or some shit, or I got to have state insurance. So to go and sit and talk with these entrepreneurs and say, let me cover up to 2 or 3 of your employees if they pay the $30 a month, they'll have some sort of insurance, I think. So, Kamar, I don't know if you still like fuck you because I'm in the green room, or you like, no, I need to holler at this brother. I need to see what's going on. But this might be directed.
I'm gonna definitely give you my number before the show over.
Okay.
Then we can holler. I don't got a company. I mean, like employees. You know what I'm saying? I don't got that many, but you know what I mean? I would like to know what's happening so I know which route I'm gonna go.
Exactly.
You got yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I need to know.
LLC, we'll sit down and talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There's always ways around stuff.
Because I know I'm gonna have employees.
Right.
I'm gonna have a whole warehouse full of employees, so I need to know this.
And then, I'm sorry, one more thing.
No, go ahead.
And if you're a young person that's out here, you don't know what you want to do in life, you know, this is a great field where you can make money, go take trips around the world on Aflac. You know, it's very lucrative. And you know, it's very lucrative, you know, but you just got to buckle down. I was working at Diamond Precision in October of 2024. September of 2024, I started applying for other jobs, and Aflac called. I went to the interview, you know, told them I had Aflac for the last 15 years, but I never put in a claim. And they did a claim for me because I go to the doctor every year. They ended up sending me a $2,000 check 3 days later. You see what I'm saying? So that's what made me believe in it. So now, if you young out here and you know you working, if you know how to talk to people, period, this is a good job for these young people. You know, I wish I'd have did it about 30 years ago. You know,
maybe you can go to the Sherman Phoenix and talk to their management. So, because I look at the Sherman Phoenix like an incubator.
Yeah, come on up there, man. Come on up there. I introduce you. It's like 20-something businesses and different businesses you could talk
Actually,
to.
I came up there to I think it's what's the barbershop called? Kings.
Two Kings.
Yeah. See, I'm friends with Al.
So I came right next to my store, right next to him.
Okay. So I will definitely be up there this week, matter of fact.
Yeah, get you a smoothie and do a ginger shot, and hey man, because they can bake that in when somebody comes in and say, hey, I want to start a business. Okay, set up your business, but we also have that's like a chance for you to be able to get some insurance coverage for your business. I think that makes them a stronger venue. But I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, so check this out. We're gonna keep you on for a minute because different people tune in, and I I need for you to get all your social medias and whatnot. I don't know if you can get them in a link. Can you put them in the chat room? I don't know if you can see our chat room, or you can send them to Sean. He can put them in the chat room. He ain't doing that.
Okay, yeah.
How you know what I'm doing, man?
What you doing, Sean? What you doing?
I ain't doing nothing.
Yo, listen, there's so much to talk about tonight on the show. And I'm like I said, the big homie reached out to me, said, yo, he already know anybody he bring to me. I'm gonna say, come on, let's bring him on. And so I'm glad you're here, my brother, and I hope you got some time, because we usually talk a lot of shit for about 2 hours.
Oh yeah, I got it. My wife gone too.
Oh, so you free tonight?
Wait a minute. I saw
outside tonight.
I saw OG Weak Doctor smoking a blunt. I saw Shine smoking a cigarette. Can I go get a beverage or something?
Man, you go get you a scotch. To a daiquiri, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Because I hope people out there listening. I hope people who are listening to the show get that they could be in their home or wherever, they could be smoking, drinking, sipping, snorting, shooting. What I don't encourage sniffing and shooting, but if that's what you do, I'm saying,
come on, bro.
Just watch Outlaw Radio while you're doing it. Now, there's so much to talk about because so much stuff happened. I care about him, Kamar. I do. I'm not saying kill you. So I'm just saying. Listen, I have to start with this. Because we haven't been on since Wednesday. The news came through, and this is something that I was already privy to via a conversation that I had held with this individual. So both our county executive and our mayor have announced their desires to run for the gubernatorial seat because young Tony Evers said, I'm out. Fuck this shit. I got enough bread. I'm cool. I ain't finna be wrestling with these goddamn Republicans and shit like this. I'm finna be out. I'm paraphrasing, but I feel like that's what he was saying to his wife. But he's not going to run for governor. So DC has said, but DC told me. See, I can say it now. I didn't, when he told me, dude, everybody think I want to be the mayor. I'm finna be the governor. He told me that.
I seen him Saturday. at this senior citizen event I did.
Okay.
He told me then that's what he was doing. I was just fucking with him. I said, hey man, I guess that governor seat yours, huh? Talking shit, right? Dog said, yep.
Now he told me that last year. Yeah. And also our mayor has said that he said he want to be governor too, I believe.
I believe David Crowley said he gonna throw his hat in there too.
No, that's what I just said. Both of them.
Okay.
Both of them. And so my question says, okay, first of all, Dion, you with us? I want to make sure you're on the line. You with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because I want you to say, you left me in the green room, motherfucker. I know everybody already mad at me and shit, but so listen. I look at Milwaukee. I look at Milwaukee County. And usually if you want to move up, you had to have done something, extraordinary where you were, right? What justifies your promotion? What justifies your uptick in pay grade? Has our mayor or our county executive done enough to justify them being qualified for the gubernatorial seat of Wisconsin? That is the question. I don't believe so. I believe Milwaukee has no solutions. Some of the things brother David has done, Brother Crowley, and that's my partner. I've known him for a very long time. Like I said, we had a personal conversation in which he told me he's going to run for governor last year. But has he done enough on the county level? Let's look at the county level. The county still has some real issues. I love the fact that he's pursued affordable housing. He has done some things for homeless people, and we know that they put the Narcan in the soda machines at the Ville.
Hey, they gave Snoop a day, a proclamation.
That was the city. Okay. I ain't get to little buddy yet. I ain't get to little buddy yet. I'm talking about DC and DC's been on my show. DC's been in my house. He's pre-gamed with us and post-game. If you know, it's the homie, right? And like I said, he's the only politician that called me on my phone like Kev because of something we said on the show. Like, that's how y'all doing me? That's how y'all doing me, Kev? So I'm not saying he's not qualified to be governor. I'm saying I don't know if he's done enough for Milwaukee County to justify us electing him as governor. Now, if he's going to champion what we did this whole Act 12 thing, with this tax increase, and it generated all of this money. The city let us know they had $200 million in revenue, and we got none of it. It went back to city worker pension plans and the Fire and Safety Commission. They kind of didn't say how much they did, but they confused us because at first, after this whole thing, they announced that there was still a deficit. And at first, it was $19 million. And then it went down to $9 million. And then it was a surplus. So I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know how you do that in 5 months. It's not transparent. So I don't think you've done enough, brother. And once again, I hope you win. I'm going to vote for you. Now we look at the city. Can anybody on this panel or in my audience say Lil Buddy has done enough in Milwaukee to justify him being the governor of this state?
Snoop Dogg got a proclamation, nigga.
And didn't even go to Juneteenth after he got there. He got the fuck out of here. Okay.
When did Snoop get his proclamation?
Last year, before the kids shot each other at Juneteenth Day, he was at Potawatomi. They gave him a proclamation, and he got the fuck up out of here.
He threw the pass.
I thought he got something this year.
No, he didn't get shit this year. He didn't get shit. He wasn't here. Potawatomi, they was opening their arena last year, the venue, and they had Snoop as the one who came. They said, "Oh, Snoop, here's the proclamation. It's Snoop Dogg Day." Now, hold on, let me get Dion in because he's been sitting patiently in the green room. Dion, what's going on with you, man? How you doing tonight? How you feel?
Oh, none. I heard that brother say that if you're a felon, you can't get life insurance. And that ain't true. Because I have a whole and a term life insurance. And my whole life insurance I've been having since 2012. And my term life insurance, I've been having that about. No, I got mine through. My whole is through Columbia, and my term is through Northwest Mutual. I got a 30-year term.
Let me just
what I like about the whole is you can borrow money from it. And I've been a felon since 2000, so you know.
Go ahead, bro.
I don't know how it is. I've been having my term life insurance about 3 years now, and I've been having my whole over shit. I've been having that since 2012. So I've been having that for a minute, and I've been a felon since 2000. So,
I just know Affleck is not
criminal.
Oh, well, see, I don't know about Affleck. I had Affleck is pretty good because I went to the dentist and they refunded me my money. I let them go though. I forgot what reason I let them go. I don't know. I had all them extra bills and shit. I was like, well, I got life insurance. I mean, I got some other insurance, and then I think it was something I let them go. But I had Affleck for a couple of years though. If I had Affleck for a couple of years, so it's good. So I just wanted to say that about that. Now, I don't know, because I know it was something, because I got, through Northwest Mutual, I got a term life insurance policy, and I got long-term disability.
Man, we talking about Affleck. You can't be bringing up all these other
He said he had Affleck, though.
It's cool. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know if I'm getting paid or not for this shit.
Well, you came to the wrong show if you didn't share shit with me. So, hey, what you should have told me that, like, damn, we get some.
No.
I would have hung up on Dion. Hey, I would have hung up on Dion. Did you say nothing about Affleck? I had on an Affleck t-shirt.
Affleck had something that if something happened to me, my daughter would have got some money. And I had that for a real long time. Because I was working for a company that they didn't have no life insurance. I mean, they didn't have no type of insurance. So I had to get health insurance. I didn't go through the marketplace. I went to somebody else. And I got Affleck. And I have got a couple checks from Affleck. You know, I went to the dentist. They reimbursed me. I went to got my eyes. They reimbursed me. So, yeah, they pretty good. Now, I had Affleck on several occasions. I was thinking about getting it back, though, but I can't remember for what, though.
Well, if you want to get it back, you got the man here on the show. All you got to do is reach out, man. He's here tonight.
Yeah, I was calling about go in there, get your ass in there, because I'm just giving my dog a bath. I was just calling because about the what you call that? The felons can't get life insurance, and that's people will run with that because that's really all a person. They didn't hear the Affleck part, like I didn't hear the Affleck part. I just heard felons can't get insurance. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's all. You know.
Okay, so
no, that Affleck is some good shit though.
So now let's get back to the thing about. Hold on. First of all, let me go to my chat room. I love my chat room. I said it's gonna pop, and it has, and I've been running my mouth. So let me get here. This is Tita, how you say this? Tita Unica Cologne. Okay.
Just go with Tita, bro.
Hey, just leave it at Tita. Just
Y'all know I put somebody's name up. I will call you Johnson.
We know.
Like Jenkins. I'm like, my bad. Listen, Sean said I went to King, so I can't read. She said Sean is in the streets. Let me see. Make sure y'all got y'all devices turned down so we won't get an echo. And she said, and don't come fucking up my name. Already did it. Too late. God damn. That means you knew it was hard to pronounce. So it's like, all right, watch Kid fuck it up. Sean must have told you. And see, I told you. You got people in the chat room trying to sabotage me. She said none of them mofos did anything. Okay, we're gonna get back to that conversation. Mama Jenkins, how you doing, Mama Jenkins? Much love. She said, good evening, my Outlaw family. Now that the question, she said, now that's the question. Just tell me what day they gonna be on Outlaw Radio and let me know to ask the question. Ortega saying who? Are we talking about the candidates, DC or our mayor, Lil Buddy, Lil Chevy, Lil Cavalier?
He ain't announced though, Kev.
Okay, maybe he hasn't. I thought that there was some.
He ain't announced.
Okay, I could have swore I seen somewhere that he said he was interested. So, okay, so let's just stick with DC then. I'm gonna throw him in for the fuck of it, for shits and giggles. Taco Soar, what it do, man? My big brother. He said, knowing how large the black population of felons are, I was surprised when he mentioned there was no insurance for felons. Y'all just skipped right on past it and left it out that. So they skipping over a majority population of our people, and here we go doing the same. And even if it's a minimal population, it's a major issue. I thought we talked.
Hold on, time out.
I thought we talked about it, Doc.
Because we were talking about a specific demographic when I asked for him to come on the show. We were talking about youth before they became felons, before they threw their life away. The conversation went somewhere else. So
I think it's specifically centered around the fact that he said felons. Hold on, let's because context is everything. He said felons can't get life insurance, and I said, really? I didn't know that. I said it like twice, meaning I did not know that. So, Talk, I don't think we skipped over it. I think I tried to. I said, whoa, and then Dion just called in and talked about it, right? Yeah. So, hold on, let me read the chat room, y'all. Shout out to Taco, that's my big bro. Forte said that's not true at all. Mama Jenkins said everybody got a day. Forte says he has life insurance also, and he is a felon, not to put his business out there.
Is it through Outlaw?
Hold on. He said, wait, did y'all say Snoop got a day in our city? Yeah, he got a proclamation last year. People miss this. Come on, you can tell they don't watch the show. Because we talked about this shit like a motherfucker. Like, we was like, yo, this is the dumbest shit ever. I shared it in the People's News Network simply because Juneteenth was that day.
Yeah, we talked about it like a motherfucker.
I said, imagine the impact if Snoop had
a show that day. He might remember that day he pitched that he threw the first pitch out for that Brewers game.
Yep, he sure did. After he performed at Potawatomi's new venue.
Right.
And then he smashed out, right? And we said, imagine the youth if he come down on the back of the thing. Wow, yeah, he old, but everybody knows Snoop. So kids will be like, oh, Snoop. So he didn't, and that's, whatever. Somebody, obviously, we wasn't involved in getting him here. So yes, he does have a day, a proclamation. Brenda Peterson said, Lil Buddy can go have a drink with Fry when he lose in Minneapolis. Ooh, oh shit, she going on. I know. I'm watching Minneapolis. My wife is from Minneapolis. I'm watching a lot of stuff in Minneapolis going on right now because I like to watch other cities because everybody talks about how fucking horrible Milwaukee is, and Milwaukee is the worst place to live on earth. Like, oh shit, this is horrible. It's hell on earth. So I watch other cities, and I say same shit going on. Ruben Anderson, my brother, Ruben. How you doing, man? Ruben, get to it online, y'all. Ruben gets to it. He's like, fuck it. It's me against everybody. I'm going to talk about what Ruben was talking about earlier. Mama Jenkins said, is it possible for a felon to be covered? But we know now that it is possible that felons can get life insurance. You know what I'm saying? I think he was speaking through, like, from Affleck's perspective. We don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what nobody else do, but we don't do it. But let's get back to these dudes. Let's go with DC Crowley. Because, I'm going to vote for him. Right? He's a black dude, right? I'm gonna vote unless he do some real asinine shit between now and the election. But I'm gonna vote for him. Shout out to his wife. She just had her birthday. I know Erica. She's good people. Do anybody on this panel feel like David Crowley has done enough to be the next governor of the state of Wisconsin?
I don't know what he do really. Like I'm being honest, right? Like I don't know what his job entitled.
Okay. Well, he's the county executive. So Milwaukee has two major governing bodies. There's the city of Milwaukee and there's Milwaukee County. Obviously, the city of Milwaukee is for the city, but Milwaukee County is the surrounding areas, right? So the population of Milwaukee County is actually bigger than the city of Milwaukee, but they don't run the city. You're talking about the parks. You're talking about the sheriff's deputies. You're talking about who runs the jails, the House of Correction. I think they've contracted this kind of shit out. Then there's county land, and there's contracting, and there's different things there's contracts that the county employs. So they have their budget. The city has their budget. It's kind of like what makes Milwaukee government watered down. And this is done on purpose because we know if it was just about Milwaukee, we dominate the region. So the county as a whole, right, has its own governing body, which is the county executives and the board of, Sean, correct me if I'm wrong, the supervisors, county supervisors, right? The executive and the supervisor. And they all do the same thing. So the aldermen downtown, they vote, they do zoning, they do hearings, they are pretty much supposed to handle each neighborhood being in a ward. So it's broken up. So you're supposed to have representation on your neighborhood level. Well, the county is the same way. It's broken up the same way. So he's basically over county business. So, okay, so he and the mayor got together to sell the tax increase, Act 12, I believe, tax increase. And when I spoke with this brother, and I was pissed, I was blowing fire out my nose because I'm like, how could y'all go up there and make that deal with these motherfuckers in Madison to go against DEI and go against all these kinds of things? And not that I'm a DEI fan, but I saw what was happening. Critical race theory. They were attacking. We don't want you to teach Black history to Black kids, basically, because it makes white kids feel bad. And he said, we didn't give up ours. The city did. So they still govern dollars for DEI programming. Okay. So he corrected me on that. But there were still some holes in the budget, right? Like Milwaukee County Transit System just joined a long list of shit in Milwaukee that's shitty. They got a budget deficit, right? Nothing in Milwaukee works. I can't think of one leader of any institution here that deserves to be promoted anywhere. And even though I love Dave, no. But I'm going to vote for you. I'm an oxymoron, right? I'm a living contradiction. But I'm going to vote for you because you're a brother, and I know you're not because I think you are, he going to get the whole state of Wisconsin, right? Because I don't know if you understand northern Wisconsin. I don't know if you can win northern Wisconsin. This state is 86% white. And 88 to 90% of the people of color in this state live in southeastern Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. So head north and see how many of us, especially when you get to that UP, and you get up there, they looking at you like, yo, what the fuck is this dude? Right? I'm Dave.
I only seen him on TV. Look at him. Come here, y'all.
Hey,
right.
Hey, I can say this, though. I can say this. He was willing to give up one of our rights.
Okay. Which one?
People rights. I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Remember, Kev, he had that bill? Remember we had got that bill that came across?
Oh, shit.
And it was talking about the different older people who signed off on it. And it was about giving up your right to refuse the vaccine for personal reasons.
And not the COVID vaccine. This is prior to that. We're talking about just vaccinations for kids in school.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For personal reasons.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And I feel like
who signed off on that?
And I feel like, all your favorite older people, Sean. Hold on,
I ain't got no favorite older people.
For you. All your favorite
I ain't got
older
no favorite older. I ain't got no favorite older people.
Hold on.
I ain't got no favorite older people.
Sheila Tompkins put up a picture of you with Dave and the mayor, and everybody's like, "Oh, look at Sean."
Look, Cam said it. I didn't say it. I ain't say it. Cam said it. Look.
So hold on. So let's put this in proper context. This was probably about 6 years ago, maybe 6 or 7, right? And what had happened was, at this time, we still had that the old Common Council, and we had Sister Lena Taylor was up in Madison. I don't even think Mandela was there yet, but we had some aldermanic people and some people who were state reps. And the bill came through that what basically they wanted to say, you don't have the right to keep your kids from taking the vaccinations and to go to school, right? Now, this ain't COVID. This is prior to COVID. So our thing was,
for personal reasons.
You can say I have a religious exemption, or it's personal,
right?
And your kids wouldn't have to take them. Now, the concern was we didn't know the correlation between autism and these vaccinations, because at that time there was a lot of talk that some of these vaccinations had an effect on black kids where autism kind of was introduced. Now, I don't know if that's been scientifically debunked or whatever, but the point of this all is, for some reason, Nick McVeigh, because he used to call me, right? And these are the good old days. I had Chris Johnson, I had Nick McVeigh. Wasn't nothing moving government-wise without me getting a packet delivered to my front door. So Nick McVeigh dropped off a packet. And when we got ready to do the show, we looked, and it was the proposed bill going through the House in Madison. And it was to say, no, you don't have no right to keep your kids from taking these vaccinations. They got to take them. And we said, okay, who endorsed it? There was DC, there was Mandela, there was Lena, there was whoever was somebody in politics that signed off on it, right? We just so happened to have David.
All the big names.
All the name brand black people had signed off on it, right?
All the VIP lists.
Right. Don King, Jesse Jackson, everybody was with this shit. Ray Charles, right? It was going down, right? So
it was going down.
So they was all
at the after party.
Well, they didn't get to have one because I kind of feel like, and that was one of two that we exposed. I'm gonna give you the second one, y'all, because we got time. So it just so happened that DC was coming on the show that night.
Yeah.
And so Kamar was looking at it like, yo, this ain't this your name? And he was, what they explained to us is that there's a lot of things that go through the House that are proposed. And, party-wise, you're going to toe the line. So you just sign off on it if we're all endorsing it. And Sister Lena Taylor, once again, she came later because we had the second part of it. And she explained, we sign off on a lot of shit because we know it ain't going to pass. And that didn't pass.
Okay.
It didn't pass, but he did sign off. Now, the second thing was the Project 777, I believe, or the Bill 777, in which Abley was basically going to take over Milwaukee County. He was going to be Trump before Trump. He was going to get to decide who got the contracts. He was going to get to govern everything. It was going to run through him. They were sliding it through. Nobody was paying attention. Somebody dropped a packet off on my porch. I'm not saying we're heroes. I'm just saying this is what happened.
Yeah.
And we put it out there. And once again, Sister Lena was coming on the show. This one I used to have the people on the show in my basement. And boom, what's this?
I didn't ruin that, did I?
No. You wasn't even, this was a while ago, Sean. Because you wasn't around when we was doing the show in the house, like when I used to have everybody over here in my basement, right? And so once again, so bills have been pushed, but you're towing a political party line and you signed off on it. And I think what Kamar is saying is, if you was willing to sign off on that, ain't no telling what you might sign off on now. But I'm hoping he's more seasoned now.
Because you also get a check.
Right.
That endorsement.
I think he's more seasoned now, though.
Huh?
I think he's more seasoned now. And I think, Abley's going to back him. That's going to put $1 million in his coffer off top. I think he's more seasoned now. I think he learned the game. If he looking back, he'd probably be like, nah, I'm not signing this shit, right? But that was the history of it. Now, let me go to the chat room once again, because people are in the chat room. We're going to get back to talking about insurance because we got my brother Mel Lee here. And if you don't have insurance, or if you're interested in some insurance alternatives, my brother, he sent it to me. I'm going to put up a post because let me post this comment because this is his link. This is Mel Lee's link. Here it is right here. Putting it up on the screen. It's in the chat room. I'll put it up. Let me go back. This is y'all in the chat room like I need. Lord have mercy. I've been talking too much. So okay.
I've been in the wrong chat. My fault.
No, you put it in the personal. That's why I just shared it. This is Josh said he's not gonna vote for David. He said Sean has done more work than David. So no, he's not gonna vote for David. I'm
running for a judge seat. I'm gonna run to be a judge.
What kind of judge you gonna be, Sean?
I'm serious. Listen, it don't matter, right? Because the people elect judges. Okay.
Don't you gotta be a lawyer though?
Now if the people elect me.
Okay. Okay. This is Ja.
Now if the people elect me, and this is the thing. These judges run unopposed. They feel like they can do what they want to do. Look at Dugan, right? Okay, she about to find out. But yeah, since y'all want to just play God and hand out
with federal judges though, they have to be confirmed though. Federal judges have to be confirmed. Anybody on the Supreme Court has to be confirmed. I'm not running
for no federal court.
You just gonna be a city judge.
Yep.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yep.
Go ahead, Sean. He said they do too much of nothing. A lot of meetings to have meetings to have meetings. Woo wee, man. We having a meeting about having our next meeting.
Yeah.
He said I'm not voting for him. He's not voting for Dave. DC said nope. This is Brenda Peterson talking about northern Wisconsin. That's Trump country. Yeah, the Republicans won the state, but they didn't win southeastern Wisconsin because guess what? That's where the Negroes are. So you're right. That's Trump country up there. I've been up there. Go through northern Wisconsin. Go up there fishing. Watch the looks you get. She said repeat that on vaccines. Well, this was Kamar kind of referencing some stuff that happened years ago in which there was a proposal that they wanted to take parental rights. So now, and I don't know if they ever got it through, but I never heard of it. And I went through this with my children. We didn't want our children to take all of their vaccines with the school because, like I said, there was concern about autism. So I think my wife said a religious exemption. They took measles, mumps, and rubella, but there's some other stuff, right? That we was like, nah. And so we had that right. But this was a bill that would tell parents, you no longer have the right. Your kids have to take it. Once again, not COVID. This is prior to COVID. So that was the thing on vaccines. And we just happened to come across the bill and we talked to DC about it. It lost a lot of steam once it was put out there.
Hey, that might have been the last time we had any of the VIPs on the show too, man.
I think we had Reggie Moore after that. We had, what's my brother's name, who's the president of NAACP. And once again, paperwork came out when he was on the show and he was like, God damn, who taught these niggas how to read? We've had some big wheels on here, man. He was the president of the NAACP.
Fred Roy?
Yes, Brother Fred, yes. And I just happened to have a stack of stuff that I had done research.
Lord came to the show. Hey, remember he came to the show. He had a whole briefcase full of papers and shit he pulled up on the table.
Yeah. The mob. He's a
I ain't gonna call him
no
name. He was a cool brother, but he did, like Kamar said, he pulled up with the briefcase. How you gentlemen doing? And he popped it out. He said, bung, bung, bung. But then I had a stack of papers too, but mine wasn't in no briefcase. So I just said, well, hold on. I got to do it. And it was just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, well, I know personally about it. He's a mob.
I want to talk about his personal life. What's up?
Personal life, personal shit that he did with me, Mark.
Well, he's no longer the president of NAACP, right? So we just proved our point on that they were stagnant at that point. Mama Jenkins said Dave might win Milwaukee by 5%, but not the outlying areas. Can he win Milwaukee? The North Side ain't enough no more. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of Hmongs here. Is he who rocking with the Hmongs? If you was a smart politician right now, you'd be at all their meetings. You'd be trying to get in on some projects with them, and you'd be biting some of their ideas and bringing them back to us, saying this is what they doing. They done popped up, got a whole grocery store, pho restaurants. People don't even eat pho. I know what it is. I love pho, right? They got their own school.
Yeah.
They got their own school, and it's popping. I worked with them. It's popping. So, yeah, you better see what they doing. This is, let me see. Brenda Peterson said that's been proven. Vaccines are not connected to autism. Okay. At the time, that was our concern. It hadn't been debunked yet. But at the time, that was, and nobody really knew, but that at the time, that was a major concern. And we weren't willing to gamble with our children's future. My wife and I, we was like, nah, if it's any inkling of it, we're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad it's been disproven, Brenda. Josh said we need to stop voting for people just because they black. If they don't work for our people, we can love on them, but move out the way so we can get people put in the positions that work for the people. I'm not gonna say David don't love the people. Can we really say he's I don't think he's a Sambo, right? I've once again, I've spoken with him. We've conversed. We didn't conversate. We conversed. And I think he's a bright brother. I think he's what we need, more young black politicians. He is a politician. He's a professional politician. He has been elected. So I'm going to vote unless somebody else comes along that presents a better candidate. I'm not going or I ain't gonna lie. Even if a white dude come along that's better, I'd probably vote for the white dude. You know what I'm saying? I got to live in this goddamn state. So I agree with you and I disagree with you. I'm pro-black. I'm a foundational black American. I always cheer for black people. I'm watching a race, a rock throwing contest, a pissing contest, a spitting contest. I'm like, I hope the black dude win. That's just how I am, right? Good or bad. Josh said DC a good dude, but I don't agree with some of his views. He said he is a good dude, but he don't agree with some of his views. Go ahead, Sean. What was you saying?
You said a spitting contest?
Yeah, whatever competition it is, man. These little kids who can spit the fires, who can piss the fires. I don't know. Maybe you didn't grow up like I did. I don't know. We used to do all kinds of dumb shit when we was kids. Who can throw the apple farther? Like, who can hit that squirrel with a rock type shit? Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, I can dig it.
This is my man's. This is my brother's link. This is his link, y'all. And he's sharing it as well on YouTube. Shout out to you, M16. I can't read that for me, my brother. I can't read it.
M16_Lee at us.aflac.com.
Okay.
That's my email address.
Okay, we're gonna get that out there so people can get, because I know everybody probably has their own questions. Josh said Fred. Yeah, we were talking about Fred Royal. Yeah, she said how many years ago was that? That was pre-pandemic. That was, man, because it's been 11 years that we've been doing this. So you muted, Kamar. It had to be about 7.
That was the beginning of 2020.
That was 2020?
It was right before the pandemic. Wow. Remember Kim brought book?
So say that again.
Kim brought that book? Huh?
You talking about where is it? I know what you're talking about. The
yeah, Kim brought that book, and that
you talking about. He's talking about this. This is what Kamar is talking about. Now this is the medical apartheid. This is what you're talking about, right? The sister from Madison came, and this is just a book that details all of the scientific and biological research that's been done because of experiments they've ran on black people. This is Medical Apartheid, and it is author is Harriet A. Washington. So, but Kamar, they were anti-vax. This is way before COVID. They were anti-vax. Her and the other lady who came from Madison, because they were lobbyists. And they were anti-vax, period. So before we even got, so it was like I think it might have been 2018, Kamar. So I don't know. It's been a while. Put it like that. It's been a while. It's been a while. We've been at this shit for a while. Let me see. She said, sorry,
here's another point to it. Remember, that was the reason Crawley and them was coming, because it was right before that election in the rain. In 2020.
Shit. Well, the one in the rain is where Barrett took COVID to Midtown.
Yeah, that was right before. Yeah, remember I told you.
Right after that. Okay. Yeah, nobody knew what was finna happen, because that shit shut.
They know what was finna happen. It was just that ironic that she came with all that shit.
And they also put the
paperwork about the vaccination.
They also put there was a mayoral election, and they also put the voters at Washington High School. They had to stand outside in the rain because the line was so long. And this was the height of, you're right. This is the height of everybody was paranoid, like COVID is killing people. And so you're right. So this was prior to that. He said, this really interests me. I like to follow Milwaukee, even if I don't live there anymore. I lived in Hillside, West Lawn, and on Lincoln Avenue. Okay, so you've been in the trenches. You lived in Hillside and West Lawn.
Who that?
This is Brenda Peterson. She's listening. She lives in a suburb of Minneapolis right now. Okay. He said, this is Earl Henning. He said, what to do, my brothers and sisters? I love us. Chocolate milk. Absolutely. She said, 2019 was the start of COVID. Ja Forte said, great book. I have that. Yeah, what's the sister's name? I don't think she does the whole organizing thing anymore. Kim, but she changed her. It was Kimberly King, and then she changed her name. So I used to be in touch with her, but I don't talk to her. I haven't talked to her in a while. Brenda Peterson said, children's in Milwaukee diagnosed my son with autism. Okay. So once again, we go back to the question. If DC's not qualified, would you look at the mayor and say he's done a good enough job up to this point to run for mayor? Would you vote for young Chevy? Would you vote for Lil Buddy? If he said, you know what, I don't think DC can do it, I'm going to do it. I wouldn't vote for him. I wouldn't vote for him. And I voted for him for mayor, but I won't vote for him for governor because I don't see what he's done in Milwaukee that is outside the box, innovative, ground-changing leadership. I don't see him as a strong leader. I see him as a placeholder. I see him as a very affable Negro. See, we made this mistake with Obama, right? We thought, oh, man, what a nice guy, right? Like, people love him. Like, he can sing like Al Green and all this kind of shit. And then all these years later, he comes back and tells us we need to get our kids better relationships with gay men so they can be better men when they grow up. So you got to be careful with these affable Negroes, man. We got to be careful with them, man. Like I'm saying, we need ass kickers in office. We don't really need nice guys, right? He came in right away and bowed down to Madison. Did you at least pinch the bitch? We generate the most tax revenue in the state. That's got to be some leverage. You don't tell me shit. I represent Milwaukee. I'm telling you motherfuckers what's happening. Y'all want to keep spearfishing sturgeon and shit and deer hunting? Y'all gonna you know what I mean? Like I just felt like, bro, you gotta have Scarface say you gotta let your nuts hang, man. This is why don't nobody want me on their show. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll never get a mainstream deal.
Swing on them or something, man. Just swing.
Right.
What you do stuff.
Holy shit. Earl Henny said, little buddy can't be governor. Brenda Peterson said, need to look at him on a larger scale. Okay, so maybe the state needs a nice guy, but the city doesn't. I think, is it too early to already call the Mayor Johnson regime a failure in Milwaukee? I think it is. Look what just happened this week. This has been a bloody summer. I didn't get to Water Street and Brady yet. I didn't get to that. I have not gotten to the out of controlness of the criminal element in this city. And nobody, even your fire and police commission, they don't have a fucking clue. All they want to do is tell us what we need to be doing. Well, y'all need to help us more. Y'all get paid to do this shit. We don't, and y'all won't even protect people who help y'all. Got a piss poor record in witness protection. So I don't believe he should be considered for nothing else. I think somebody needs to say, sit your ass down, finish your term, and do something for the goddamn city, and stop working for downtown developers so fucking much. Where's the economic stimulus plan for the city? You just said, I ain't listen, even if it wasn't his math, $200 million of tax generated revenue money, and 90% of that is already pre-allocated to city pension workers.
But that came from previous administrations, though.
Okay, well, hold on. No, it didn't, because he's the one who initiated the Act 12. Hold on. No, because the previous administration didn't write the books for the tax increase. Bear wasn't championing that 2% tax increase. That was him. That was him and his people.
Talking about the pictures and stuff.
Once again, this was cooked. This was baked into it. This was baked into it because they said that's what's breaking us. The county and the city pension plan, the county pension plans. That's an issue. Why not? So I'm saying him as mayor, why not go get you a team of lawyers? When you see this in the paperwork and say, we can't do that. We can't take 90% of this revenue. We need to change some laws, make some amendments or something. I didn't even hear him be vocal about it. As a matter of fact, Sean, what he did with the tax increase said was, well, we're going to let them have them little provisions, but we're going to have a lawsuit. There'll be litigation behind this. And then once he got elected and it passed, he said, no, I'll just bullshit. We ain't going to do no litigation. And it just went away. That's lying to the people. That's lying to the people, man. I mean, even if he didn't write it, he didn't challenge it. Unless you know something I don't. I never seen him come out and say, nah, man. I never heard him say anything bad against the $200 million except for this was great. Look what we did. So I don't know. You know him. That's your man. So maybe you should holler and be like, hey, bro, how you do that shit? I'm just saying.
Dog, I can't stand you, dog.
I know. And most people out there are saying the same shit. Like, fuck dude, man. Like, fuck Kevin. Hey, man, it's fuel to my fire, man. I don't mind if you say it. Josh says, that's why I said just because you are black and come do photos with the hood don't mean you have our best interests at heart. He's from the community. DC's from the hood. He's from the community. He's from the neighborhood. Like I said, I've had conversations with him. You know, we all have. Sean, I'm sure you have too. Kamar, you done chopped it up with him before. He's not a bad dude. I've never met the mayor. I haven't seen him in places and spaces that people were in. So
I never chopped it up with the mayor.
No, me neither. Forte, I'm glad you agree with me. He said, yeah, his mayorship has been a failure.
Only special people get to sit down with the mayor.
You gotta be a name brand Negro. Gotta be a name brand Negro,
man. That was an accolade, Sean. What you talking about, man?
That's a flex, right? You can walk in City Hall and be like, here.
I'm talking about that light skin.
Oh, you talking about Forte? He said, this is Brenda Peterson. She said, really need a strong Democrat. She said, need someone that can fight with Trump and not bow down to Republicans. Oh shit, him and Fry are alike. Earl says, uneducated drug heads running wild. This is Ruben. He says, amen to that, bro. Speak your truth. Brenda Peterson said they'll be on the show Wednesday. Let's go. Check this out, bro. So we said that about, I don't think he's done enough to justify him being the governor. I think the leader we need is a leader that's nonpartisan. I think we wasted too much time investing in Democrats or Republicans. I think we need a leader that'll say, I'm here to work with the people that want things to work out fair and equally. Now, we know ain't no such thing as fair, right? Shout out to Tierman Spencer. He used to tell us you want fair, go to the state fair. But I think that there's some things that people are conservative about, and there's some things that people are liberal or progressive about. And anybody who makes up their mind about a problem before they even know what the problem is dumb as fuck, right? So you need to be able to talk to both sides and say, let's create a win-win. Now, will that happen? I don't know. But anytime somebody's carrying that Democratic Party line too much, I'm off them. Anytime you waving that Republican Kool-Aid too much, I'm off you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I think we need somebody that understands this country ain't about partisan politics. It's about people. Because people tend to change their mind when they want to and not be held captive by an elephant or a donkey. This is, let me see. This is Brenda Peterson. I'm going to get through with this chat room because we got some other stuff to discuss. Brenda Peterson said it shouldn't be like that. Everyone should have access to mayor. Well, that's not, that's not how it goes. I mean, that's not the nature of politics. I will say this. Mayor Barrett used to be everywhere. That's why he got beat up at State Fair Park, because he was trying to be out here, right? And I worked for Hackham. I've been in a lot of community things. And Mayor Barrett was approachable. People like, oh, it's the mayor, because you want to see some dudes buck Dan. Let the mayor walk in the room. Oh, there go the mayor. Oh, I was going to talk. I'd be like, dude, sit your ass down. He's not going. He said he going to call me. I asked him 3 months later, did he call you? No, man, he ain't called me. No, he didn't call you. He said that Earl Henning has done nothing. I'm sorry. Earl Henning is saying that the mayor has done nothing for the hood. He is doing something for the hood. He's finna gentrify it. And if you can afford to stay, you'll get to see it cleaned up. He is a supporter of gentrification. Come on, man. What he say about the dude? You're too damn old to be shooting at police officers. You are too damn old. You are too damn. You should be somewhere working a job, and you know what I mean. Like, you're influencing. You got a teenager in the car with you. I'm like, bruh, where you been all these years? You think it ain't no 39-year-old? It was just crazy, man. Funny shit. Man. Too damn old. How many times did we play that clip, man? You are too damn old. Josh says, I agree. Nah, it's just, I'm just saying, I don't think. Now people say, well, Kevin, you just shot down 2 black men, right? So who's gonna run? Who do we have? Because a lot of people feel like If we fuck around and let a Republican governor get in Madison, we're gonna have an issue. But normally, the governor is a Republican in Wisconsin. If you look back historically, the mayor of Milwaukee has more often than not been a Democrat. So we've had it before. Tommy Thompson, Skippy Walker, all these Republicans.
Yeah, and they fuck black people over. Bad.
Well, did they? What Tommy Thompson do to black people? What Tommy Thompson do?
Bro, all the prisons and that pipeline, really opening that pipeline up from schools to prisons and all them private prisons, and man, shit.
I thought you was gonna talk about him getting rid of the structure, destroying the structure of welfare.
Man, listen, that ain't that I wasn't,
well, that's what that was his claim to fame, that he knocked the welfare system. He showed those niggers a thing or two, but we know white people get more welfare than black people. So it's you can talk to some people, but you can't talk to them all. This is Ja. He said, that's fucked up. Gentrification never helped us. I said, listen, I was so pissed off. I've been so pissed off on this shit. I've said it.
Integration never helped us.
But no, he's saying gentrification. I didn't mispronounce it.
No, I know what you said.
No, I've said that. Bring it on, because I got so pissed when they killed T-Rock. I got so pissed when Yayo the Don got killed. Right, like people been mad. People rightfully so have been upset about young Twan being murdered. I got some homies who in the grave. That was good dudes. Yeah. I mean. And I've been upset for years. I've been pissed off about this shit. So, gentrification, I said it, man. I was so mad when T-Rock got killed. I said, fuck it, let's just do gentrification because I can afford to stay. And people's like, damn, Kev, for real? We just said that a couple weeks ago. Come on, who got murdered? When somebody got murdered, we said, fuck it, let's fuck it. Let's do, because I don't see people in the community.
Talking about that when a police officer got killed.
Okay. I don't see people in the community willing to make the change. We just watch the youth, this youth, and we try to do an event for them, and they go buck and they fighting. They go down to Brady Street. They got viral videos now. There's a young boy come on there and say he's a content creator. He said, I don't come down here for no fun and shit. I come down here for violence and bullshit. And that's all them. You see all them kids down there? I mean, it's just like. So what do you do to teach them besides gentrify their ass? I'm sorry, I sound callous, but I have to say what I have to say.
Gentrifying them or gentrifying their community, their neighborhoods, that ain't gonna stop them from going down to Brady Street, though.
Yes, it will, because if they put their ass so far away from the city, they ain't gonna be able to drive down here because the police ain't gonna let them down here because they're gonna be protecting these white people who living down here.
No, it won't.
Okay.
No, it won't. It's just gonna be most stolen cars driving around the city. Shit,
they'll be stolen in Waukesha though, because they once they move here, they're gonna protect these neighborhoods. That's how gentrification works. Crime goes down when you gentrify, Sean. Statistically,
I know that.
So, but it goes up to wherever they relocate to. So DC said, let's get affordable housing in Wauwatosa. All right, well, let's put them out there then.
Yeah, okay. Going out there with that bullshit.
Taco Sword, my brother in the chat room, he said exactly and correct. There's no fairness, and neither party is for us. We all know what is hidden and what runs America. All these public faces control nothing. Josh said Tommy was a mess, right? He was a mess. So was Skippy. Skippy Walker was a hot mess.
Yeah.
Earl Henning said he lived on the south side of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Then Barrett did too, right? Yeah.
He stayed in Wauwatosa.
Oh, did he? I thought Barrett lived on the south side.
Hell nah.
Okay.
He stayed in Wauwatosa, Washington Heights.
Brendan Peter. Oh, Washington Heights is the shit too. It's a nice. They ain't on the south side, Sean. That's on the north side.
I said Tulsa. I ain't said nothing about south side.
Oh, I thought you said south side. No, somebody in the chat room said he lives on the south side of Milwaukee way. You talking about Skippy? My bad.
Oh.
Brendan Peterson said hammered food stamps. That's what I was thinking. That's what I thought too about Tommy Thompson. Josh said integration never helped either. Then I don't know how do you remove this element in our we got an issue. We got a problem, man. We have a problem in this community on the near north side. We have a problem. We have a problem.
Yes.
Earl Henny said, "Little Buddy live on the south side." I thought they said he bought a house here on the north side that they in the hood.
He stay on the north side, man.
Okay, Little Buddy. Okay, Little Buddy. That's our mayor, Little Buddy. But yes,
and Scott Walker staying on the south side, but it's in Tulsa.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, I guess Tulsa goes over pretty far.
Yeah.
I ain't heard nobody mention Scott Walker until just now, and I think he's trying to put his hat into the ring for governor.
We call him Skippy.
He said he ain't running either.
We call him Skippy. That's what we talking about when we say Skippy. We used to call him Skippy Walker.
Yeah, he said nah.
Yeah, he like shit. I done fucked Milwaukee enough. What else is there to do, right? Like he had a hard on for Milwaukee. I don't know who screwed his girl when he went to UWM.
You know what?
Basketball players.
I don't even think it was. He had it in for a couple of them county supervisors too, though. Like Dimitrievich, right? He hated her. Shit, Abley did too, though. And she the reason they basically part-time employees.
Skippy did that. No, that was Chris Abley. No. County employees, Chris Abley
I said she the reason. Dimitrievich is.
I say Chris Abley is the reason. When he was county executive, he made the county supervisors part-time. He did that.
Yeah, that's because of Dimitrievich.
Okay.
They was into it.
Let me see. This is Earl in the chat room. He said, not teaching black kids is the problem. Not getting a hold of this dumb shit out there is the problem. Taco says, correct. Integration did not help. Once again, the hidden continues to operate. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I think integration, because it was forced, I think that's the problem with it. Anytime you tell somebody what they can't do, it's going to make them want to do it more. Right? Like in these white people who have been in power for so long, once you said, no, y'all got to let them live in your neighborhood, what did they do? White flight. They hit it. Hell, you preach. We'll take Glendale, which was a goddamn train depot and some crops and some garden centers and greenhouses, and make that shit a popping ass suburb with a higher median income of the city of Milwaukee. Right? And Wauwatosa, all these little places with little shithole, little dots on the map, everything ran through Milwaukee until open housing was passed, and white people said, we getting the fuck up out of here. Well, now they want this prime real estate back, though. You want to be off right near the expressway. You want to be 10 minutes from downtown, 10 minutes from the lake. You know what I mean? 10 minutes from the Brewer Stadium, the PAC. That's where the Bucks, the project's right across the street from the goddamn Fiserv. So they want this area back. Now, to my brother Ja, I would say this. You said you're saying gentrification won't help. What will? Let's open it up. What? Because I don't need something that's going to take 50 years, because I'm never going to be able to see the shit. We
got to fight poverty, man.
Say that again.
We got to fight poverty. Plain and simple. Poverty has to be if not our number one focus in that top 3 priority. Poverty, when we were segregated, we had to create our own systems. Integration broke them systems down, man. They came in, they supplied businesses and shit cheaper, and product cheaper, and they broke our systems down, man. That's what they did. And like Kamara and these other small businesses, that's another reason I brought this brother on, man. It's about how do we capitalize off what's available. That's what they do. They take these life insurance policies, man, and they start businesses off this shit.
Right. Well, they know how to move money around, robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
Right? I agree with you on that.
And we have to learn, we have to teach these systems. We have to, or we not gonna fight poverty. We have to fight. If you want to fight crime and violence, man, fight poverty. Fight poverty.
I say that all the time. Everybody act like I'm dumb. I keep saying, you want to curb crime, attack poverty.
You got to.
But nobody, why little buddy ain't saying that? You got the game, Sean. You got to hit him on the hip and tell him. Where's your anti-poverty initiative?
I've been talking with other people around the city. We may be bringing safe zones back, and That's gonna be one of them priorities, man. Financial literacy, right? Trying to build business partnerships in the Black community, showing people their worth and their power by coming together and trusting each other. That's gonna be the hard thing. But once I can find that initial core group, which I think I've already found it, and really show people a blueprint and a formula, because it's out here, man. Look at Ed, look at Kamara, right? These are people that have barriers. They don't have obstacles. They have barriers that they've overcome. You cats out here having money and y'all ain't got an exit plan. I've had plenty of people reached out to me since Tweezy's funeral, because I went on live and I told them, dog, I got some game for you. I don't want nothing. I got my own company. Yeah, I need the money. But if I can see y'all doing good and put you in a position to help you and your future, I'm helping my future. So we gonna try some shit around here.
So okay, so this is Taco. He says, yes, they did, and now we have nothing. He's talking about fleeing the north side. Earl Henning said Black people been fighting no money for years. Yeah, that's why we got this thing called generational poverty. It ain't just that you broke. It's that nobody in your family for 70 years has ever had any money, any traction. Poor is a lifestyle, right? That's a culture, poverty culture. How do we, what do you do when you're poor and you hungry? You do what you got to do, which means rob, steal, kill, do what it is. I mean, survival mode. That's what we always call it on here. John Forte said it's not robbing Peter no more. It's borrowing from Peter. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's, when you talk about the new slavery is debt. The new slavery is debt, right? Like, so, he took it back to indentured servitude, which what it was based on originally before America revolutionized it with the racist part of it. But yeah, so like, once again, my question is this. Are we too far gone? Listen, I'm looking at this in Milwaukee. In MPS, you have a 50% truancy rate. Milwaukee makes up 44% of this city. It's a majority city. Half of those people live below the poverty line. They are income deprived, meaning the majority of their income goes to just where they lay their head. All right. We also have working poor, which means there's two people who have two jobs and still live below the poverty line. And it transfers down to our children who have the public school system has a $1.5 billion budget. And they're still going to tell you in 2 years they have a deficit. And you can put all the money you want into these school systems, but if you got a 50% truancy rate, who the fuck are you teaching? You can't teach empty seats. Now, out of that 50% who do graduate, their literacy levels are super low.
So why they graduating?
So why that social promotion? What do you mean? Why they graduate?
No, what I'm saying is, as parents, like, right, even with my kids, I told them teachers, if my kids ain't doing the work, call me, because you're not gonna be passing my kids just to get them out the fucking way. My kids gonna fucking learn, and you gonna fucking teach them.
What they do is they just not call you, because we ain't got time for that shit. Like, we gonna pass.
You ain't gotta call me because we popping up.
It's social promotion.
My brother pop up.
It's social promotion. Once again, we're looking at just 50% who do go to school. Probably 30% of them are literate.
Yeah.
And probably 15% of them have real life employable work skills.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does that leave you with? That leaves you with about 70% of the kids who are coming out of the public school system handicapped in some way. Even if they graduate, he probably can't read that good. Yeah. We see that critical thinking and problem solving is at an all-time low, right? These motherfuckers have no conflict resolution skills because shooting guns is fun to them. I think a lot of them believe they're going to be martyrs if they die. And, they feel like, people going to be wearing my face on their T-shirt for years, cuz people going to say stuff on my name, on Lil Ron Ron, right?
They think motherfucker going to buy them back.
Well, I don't think they even thinking it out. I don't think they have the foresight to even think about the future. They're so caught up in the moment. So that's why I say, what else besides gentrification, in which you just basically purge the community, flush it out, and say, if you want to be here, get your money up. So that leaves you with a choice. Either I'm gonna get my money or I'm gonna go live where the fuck they tell me to go. And I'm just worried about the city of Milwaukee. If Wauwatosa go bad, or if Milwaukee all of a sudden have an influx of poor people, so fucking be it. Welcome to the game. Y'all can deal with what the fuck we've been dealing with for the last 70 years. I'm saying the city of Milwaukee and the near north side, which is near and dear to my heart. I grew up on the north side. It was my neighborhood. I grew up in the Rufus King neighborhood. It's the most beautiful black neighborhood you ever seen. That was Black Wall Street for me.
And we had businesses in our community. We didn't have to go downtown. We didn't have to go to Tulsa.
Once again, Black Wall Street for me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't coming back because our mayor is not bringing jobs. And our executives, aldermen, nobody's bringing jobs that will encourage that lifestyle again, so that you can go to A.L. Smith and work. Them grandfathers had a job at A.L. Smith. He didn't even have but a 10th grade education. He came up here and got a job and had 2 families, 6 houses, and 2 bars.
Yeah.
You ain't doing that shit off no Walmart salary now. You flipping goddamn wings. Shout out to you if you flip wings at Wingstop, because you got to do what you got to do. But that's not a job that you're going to be able to say, I'm finna invest in stocks and bonds. I'm going to buy some real estate. That's not the kind of jobs. So I'm just saying, if you know more than me, please chime in. I don't mind being corrected. This is Taco. He says, hold on. Man, the chat room is popping, y'all. Damn, let me go. It's going fast too. Let me go back. I know Sean think it's because I can't read. I see it on his face, like you just can't read.
I ain't said nothing. Rufus King graduate.
See, you ain't had to say nothing. I knew you was gonna come at me. Earl said, when they get it, they don't. When they get it, they don't share it. I think he's talking about us with money. Taco said no money for decades. Well, we got CDB. What's that? The CDBG money that the city of Milwaukee they should have been audited years ago, though, because when I worked for Safe and Sound, we sat with the alderman, with the Common Council, and we processed RFPs. For years, they had $19 million that was allocated that's supposed to go to underserved communities. Look around the near north side and tell me where you see $19 million at. Yeah. The motherfucker was having block parties and giving away hot dogs like a son bitch and walking away with money. Yeah, I said it. I was there. So you can't tell me, well, I seen it happening. I read the RFPs. So I'm just saying. And we didn't demand an audit for that. And then we found out that they kind of repurposed some of that money to go downtown for some of them downtown projects. And Bear's guy who was in charge was Rocky Marco. Yeah. He said it and then resigned. Yeah, we did that shit. I quit.
Yeah.
So I just like, come on, man. He said, this is Anthony McGee. Shout out to Anthony McGee. Anthony McGee, man, people, Joseph Walker was on here just crying about how you do him in the People's News Network. Shout out to Joseph Walker too, man. Shout out to Joseph Walker, Lucky Leprechaun. He hit Outlaw Radio with a nice cash app. Thank you, Joseph, for supporting the mission, man. You still don't get to disrespect black people on here, but I sure enough appreciate you, man. I sure enough appreciate you. No, shout out to him. Anybody, because Sean done accused me before of taking bribes, basically, and said,
I ain't never accused you of taking bribes. I told you your guy was taking bribes.
No, you talking about you put my business out there to somebody I know he paid KB. I was listening to your little show.
Oh, you talking about Best Tony?
Yeah.
That ain't no bribe.
Well, I don't forget shit, Sean.
I guess it is kind of like a bribe because he got the money from somebody, then he shared it with you to try. Yeah, that's kind of like a bribe.
Stay out our business, man.
Oh, my bad.
You try to put me on blast. Call Chevy. That's the one who you're on the picture with.
What they got to do with bribes, though? I ain't paid to take the picture.
Well, that lady who said Vince said you was taking money from them, and you got mad and called him everything except for a child of God. See how this shit go? It get messy.
Man, why you bring that up, kid?
It's messy Monday. I told y'all Mondays we can be a little messy on Mondays. Anthony said,
I've been listening to your show.
Okay, hold on. Let me get you. I got you, Dion. I just want to get these. Let me get this. The chat room finished. I'll be behind. Anthony said the parents get report progress cards, right? Look, sit, and demand answers. Not if I glamour you. When I was teaching public school, I could put whatever I want on the report card. And most parents don't. I taught special ed. They don't come to parent-teacher conferences. Matter of fact, those are the kids who parents I had no contact information on. When they run out of meds, And then they come to parent teacher conference gonna tell me something. Why don't you give me the right number and I call your ass and let you know how bad he is? So I'm just saying, y'all.
Why
Taco
you putting the business out there?
I've been gone a long time. Maybe they don't do that no more. Taco said, let us teach our own children. We are our own teachers with one in our own curriculum. Yeah, but if you're illiterate, how you gonna teach your kids to read?
Right. We got some dumbass people out here not illiterate. Shit. No.
Josh said, everybody not parenting. That's an issue in our community. Single family homes, not many fathers in the home.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm from the east side where it all come from. Errol Henning said American Can. Who's this? Kid D? Is that Kiki?
Kiki D.
Okay, Kiki D. I'm sorry. I know, man. I can't see. Said facts. Shout out to you, Kiki. And Earl said the hotspot. Somebody got to say hotspot. Just every show, you just got to say it at least once. Now, listen. So now, once again, I hear people saying, okay, well, these kids, they don't have fathers and they don't have this and they don't have that. But do they really want to hear from us? Are they willing? You see those kids who are on that film on Brady and they don't want. You can't talk to these kids. They're not going to listen to us.
Yes, you can, bro.
How you do it? How do you do it?
You walk up on their ass.
So those kids who you saw out there wilding down there, you saying you could have walked down there and pieced everybody up like, yo, y'all chill, go home.
No. I'm saying before it got to that point, though, there was time to interact with somebody. Somebody down there didn't want to be a part of that shit, right? We got all these people out here getting paid to interact with these kids to find out firsthand beforehand what's about to jump off so that they can intervene, de-escalate, and prevent. And they're not doing it. So
they had a youth event. They went to fighting. You see Kwabena on the thing. He finna cry. I told him to come on the show. Okay. I understand why you like fuck, dude. But he was like, no, people are trying, but they don't want to hear it. How do you make them receive it?
I didn't know nothing about it.
Okay.
I didn't know nothing about it, right? None of my guys knew nothing about it. And this is what I'm saying, right? This is part of the problem. Okay? You throwing stuff to a peace event and you can't control the crowd. Why is that?
Who can control these kids?
They gotta hold up. They gotta start reaching out to. Because when I was growing up, I'm 51, so y'all brothers is a little bit older, just a little bit older than me.
I'm younger than you.
Okay. Well, you younger than me, but my big cousin,
he did a fat joke, right?
Like, my bad.
They ran their hoods. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got no OGs in these neighborhoods no more to control all that no more because they don't need.
No, we do. We do, but a lot of them, listen. If it ain't affecting me, I ain't gonna get involved. They got people that get paid to do this shit. A lot of them say shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? People see what's going on, man. Hey, it ain't coming to my block. I ain't gonna get involved. I ain't getting paid to get involved. No, it's a lot of people saying that type of shit.
Dion, is you still with us?
I'm sitting back.
My bad, bro. I didn't mean to have you in the green room, man. Pop your shit, man.
I really ain't got nothing to contribute. I know I just heard you say something about generational poverty, and I was wondering where that generational poverty come from. I know we weren't talking about that it started with slavery, though, because, a lot of times we don't believe slavery still affects us to this day. But
nobody said that, but it's not the main thing holding us back. So, but I would say it came from Jim Crowism, because when we talk about institutionalized racism, economically, that's something, because America didn't become a superpower until after World War II. You got to understand this. The auto industry put America over after World War II. the country, the infrastructure, building houses, building communities, all this kind of stuff. America money was everywhere. Milwaukee was considered the toolbox of the world. Everything it ran through Milwaukee, right? And so what happened is that economy that was established, that was the first place where they squoze us out at, because prior to that, we were basically slaves. So we wasn't really considered to be a part of the economy, in that we didn't spend as much income as slaves as we do now as free black people, because we didn't have access to it. You owned your land in Mississippi, but you was dirt poor. You wasn't spending a whole lot of money. Whereas now we are the biggest consumers in the world as a result of that economy that was established post World War II, and we were frozen out of it. So that's how you get generational poverty, right? It's been 70 years since World War II.
Come here.
So that's what we're saying. That's how many generations is that since World War II? If we go, so that's where we got frozen out at. Now I'm seeing my brother in the chat room, Ja. He says you can talk to them. He said they do want to talk to us. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all ears. He said I was down there in the middle of that issue. So you were on Brady. Damn, you should have called in, because I would sure like to get a firsthand kind of perspective on what was going on. Taco said that's the question. How do we reach the youth? I've worked with young people for a very long time, y'all. A very long time. And it's tough. It's tough sledding. From public school, from teaching school, to being a case manager with Wraparound Milwaukee, dealing with tabs and truancy abatement and burglary suppression, to working with Wraparound Milwaukee and juvenile probation with adjudicated teenage felons, to mentorship, to working as a job coach in MPS. It's very hard to reach these kids, because you can say what you want, but that individual got to go back home. If you can't take him home with you, you losing. It's like as a special ed teacher, if I got my kids from September to June, by June, we a machine. I'm running this shit. These kids is, yeah, Mr. Barnes, yeah. Go home for June, July, come back to September. Motherfucker, you act like you ain't never been in my classroom before, because they got to go back home, right? If I could have took all of them with me for the summer and said, y'all staying with me, we'd have been that much better. Not that I'm a Jedi, but I'm just saying I'm one of the individuals who once could communicate with the youngsters who wanted it. Josh said it was me talking about on the live. I walked up on them. I had a bunch of them go home. It wasn't a fight. They were just being kids. Well, people say that, but do just kids fire off semi-automatic firearms? All over the city, I'm seeing 14, 15-year-olds getting murdered 2 o'clock in the morning trying to rob somebody. Double homicide.
Your ass outside.
Quadruple homicides. We keep saying they just kids being kids. That's not kid shit.
I said, where your mama at? Why your ass outside? She was probably down on water. Shit.
Damn.
Potawatomi. Anthony said, Ja Forte, good point. Earl Henny said a lot of people are running from the shootouts. That could happen. I seen a lot of kids with their phones out running towards the shooting. They was turned up. They think that shit's dope. Look at Summerfest. Do I need to name there has not been an event for our youth that we've organized that has turned out peaceful. Remember all the way back to last year when they tried that concert in the park? What happened?
Somebody got killed?
It's time to tell the truth about our kids. Orlando Owens in the chat room, he said, family, what up, Orlando, what's going on? This is Earl Henning said, White Constant need I say more? He said, Orlando said, maybe great group homes, maybe like a better version of Job Corps. More money. Deshaun just complained about people getting paid and they ain't doing their jobs. Josh said they sprayed the crowd because of an argument. Everybody started running, just like we did in Juneteenth or carnivals back in the days. We was being children, just trying to have fun. We got to get out affairs in order as adults. We got to get out affairs in order to, as adults, help them. Said, I think we're talking about two different events. I'm talking about several events, brother. I'm talking about several. And most of these kids ain't even old enough to be out there. Mm-hmm. They're not even old enough to be out there. You ain't supposed to be on the street at 2 o'clock in the morning if you 15. You're not supposed to be there. He's talking about
they talking about giving the parents motherfucking, what you call that shit?
Tickets. Yeah, we need to get this curfew back in order. Now he said he's speaking on the rapper on 3rd Street, not Water. What you talking about? Tweezy? So that's what Ruben Anderson.
That was on Plankerton.
I thought it was on Brady where Tweezy got shot, or Water.
That was at Club Element. No,
Okay.
that is Water. That is Water.
That's what I'm saying. Much many times I done read that.
Yeah,
Listen,
that is Water.
So I seen Ruben Anderson. I hope Ruben Anderson was still here because he put a post up on Facebook, and I thought it was going to be crazy because he said about the other brother, Bubba Dubs. Once again, I don't know this brother. I don't know him. But Ruben Anderson put up an article that said he was a criminal.
What they got to do with it?
Let me go, Sean. Let me go. He said, "I'm just a reporter, man. I'm a ghetto reporter." And it's in. I didn't put that in the People's News Network because I'm usually not going to say something like that. He said he has crimes on him that are but not limited to, that include but not limited to robbery, assault, and he was a street guy. That he was a known street guy. And he said that it appeared that now one of the theories coming out is that he had some beef.
He was not the target.
Just let me finish. I'm just saying what the man put on the article, man. He said that possibly Young Twan was killed because they were shooting at him.
They were not.
Now, my son told me that this young Milwaukee rapper that the brother was affiliated with had some drama and they were shooting at him. But Ruben even hypothesized that there may have been a Milwaukee conspiracy from somebody who wanted to see the brother murdered. I didn't say it. This is what Ruben Anderson said.
He reached in. That's how bullshit gets started. He in Arizona. He in Arizona.
That's not what he said on the post, though. He said people from the streets who are viable sources.
He needs to stop it. He needs to stop it. Stop it. Stop.
Okay.
And you should stop. And you should stop sharing unvalidated bullshit.
I just said I didn't share it. What the hell are you talking about? I didn't put that in the People's News Network.
You just spoke it. You just talked about it.
I'm talking about that. So what? I ain't posted. And you can't be hold on.
Just like the media.
At me because I'm putting something that was on Facebook out there.
Let me finish. Just like the media, this telling all these untruths, they lead people to believe something by throwing that shit out there, right? He just threw that shit out there. Now people gonna go and try to read what he put out there. Just read it, and if it makes any sense to the most uncommon motherfucker, it's gonna spread. Next thing you know, Superman gonna be on his way to solve this motherfucking crime that Perry Mason is now gonna defend the person, and Jesus gonna come down and raise up.
Are you under the assumption that the streets ain't already talking? The streets is already buzzing, man. Like
and that's how I know. There's a million different what he's talking about is bullshit.
It's okay, but it might be one of many, but it's what's being said. So you can't fault me as a reporter for reporting on what's said. I didn't say it was true. I didn't say I believed it.
Okay, well, I'm asking you to stop listening to Wikipedias.
His name is Ruben, not Wikipedia.
Shit.
Let me go to my chat room.
What up, Ruben? Because I know he about to try to call in.
He might. Who? Ruben? He might not. Ruben. He might have hung up by now. Okay. Orlando said, "What I meant to say, Kevin. What I meant, maybe Kevin can open up a facility, like you said. If you could have kept your students all year round. Well, I'm gonna tell you something about me. My son. Happy birthday to my son. My son just turned 19 years old today. I'm done working with kids.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I put my time in frontline working with kids. I worked with kids for 20 years in many different capacities. I'm done. Listen, I'm getting to the point where I'm going to sit at my house and lock my door and get cameras and get fences, and I'm going to move further from it. Yes, I am. I'm saying it. And I'm going to keep my pistol loaded just in case your ass cross the gun line, boss. Listen,
don't cross that gun line.
Man, I got more time behind me than I do in the front. I don't. I'm not out here. I'm not gonna be wrestling with you, young bucks. You can have that shit. I stood on Atkinson when you was a gleam in your pop's eyeball. God bless me. He brought me out of there. Right? Yea, though I walk through the valley in the shadow of death, I did my time. Now, if any young man that ever approaches me, and I work with people every day still to this point, it ain't about age, ain't about race or nothing. It's anybody who comes to me and says, Mr. Barnes, can you help me? I say, yeah, what's the issue? And if it's within my capacity, you get said help. But I'm not forcing this shit down nobody's throat, no diddy. Either you want it or you don't, because they got a place for you. And I want to keep my people insulated, my family. It's my job to protect my family. And it's my job to come home safe. I go out there trying to be super peacekeeper and get my ass knocked down. My family loses, right? So I'm circling the wagons for my own and people who are like-minded. That's why I don't mind talking to brothers like y'all. If y'all want to build, let's build. But I'm not forcing you to do nothing, man. Because like I said, it got a place for you. And I know it's not that easy to approach these young dudes because I've done it before. Hey, man, how y'all doing, young brothers? Niggas look at you like, we good, nigga. What's happening? I ain't got time for that shit. Say, man, brother, you know I can help. Say, man, I don't want to hear that bullshit, man. On the J, nigga. On the J, I want on the boss, nigga. On my son, nigga. On my mama. All right, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. Let me get my beer and go home. Okay? I don't listen. No, I'm sorry. So unless you say, hey, Kevin, would you teach a class of young felons? I used to do didactic groups with teenage felons, sex-wise, life skills, all kinds of stuff. I say if they came in the room and said, hey, talk to us, brother, I say, okay, let's converse, but I'm not running around in the jungle. I ain't running through Ethiopia with a cheeseburger. I don't need all y'all chasing me. Okay. So that's my perspective. So that was to Orlando saying I should open up something. I ain't opening up shit, but a can of old English late at night. And Josh said no. He said, I'm talking about the children that got sprayed on 3rd Street, not young Twine. Well, who got sprayed on? Oh, you talking about the kids at the youth event. So he's talking about that.
The youth event.
Well, they was fighting. What you gonna do with them? It was like 4 fights.
You needed more people down there that could interact with them kids, man, that could approach them kids, right? That could relate to them kids. That's the reason why they wasn't down there. That has some similar experience, huh?
It's the reason they wasn't down there. Because they know the kids ain't gonna listen to them. They're like, fuck that.
Okay. That ain't it. Some of, shit. They weren't asked. They weren't asked. They didn't get a chance to say no. They didn't get a chance to say no, KB. You know what I mean?
Even if you know your kid is going, it's fire and forget. Go ahead, shit. You ain't. Well, let me see what this is. You know what? If it's a chance, let me.
How many of the and that goes. How many parents knew about this event?
True. I don't know.
You know what I mean? You got kids. I got 6 sons.
My kids ain't going to no peace event on MLK. I didn't know
nothing about none of that.
My kids ain't going to no peace event on MLK. My daughter, she ain't even no kid no more. She full grown. She live in Minneapolis. I'm trying to get my son ass back out of here and go back to school. I think he want to be a Milwaukee nigga. I'm trying to get his ass up out of here. You need to go. Right? Yeah. He want to be a young stunner. Taco says, how the parents gonna pay the tickets? They're already struggling. That's just another bill that goes unpaid, and you still running the streets.
No, start standing on their little asses.
That's a good answer.
You cost me money, I'm gonna beat your little ass.
They don't care about that. Ass whoopings don't hurt them. Brenda Peterson said more group homes. I don't think that's the answer. I said it won't hurt him because I seen the car tow up and bent up and dismantled, and the car was turned over on its top, and the news cameras was out there, and the little dudes was dancing, and the girl had the phone out. You think these kids care about an ass whooping? I don't think so. I don't think they care about no ass whooping. John Forte said it was a rapper in town and a bunch of children went to see her. That's what I'm speaking about. Is this all wrapped up in the youth event, brother? I don't know. I wasn't there. I just seen Kwabena. I had his video. I shared it in the People's News Network, and he was disappointed because of all the footage. And we were on the show, and Mama Jenkins was like, yo, if your kids is down there, call them right now because they fighting so much that they done ended the event. So I didn't know if you was down there.
Wow.
I didn't know you was down there, my brother. He said whoever dude is, he not telling the truth about young Twan. He looking for likes. Oh shit. Clout chasing. Ewok says Shoeshine boy still don't get no love. Ewok refuses to get off Orlando's neck.
Dang.
This is open Wells back up. That's what Earl said. Is it closed? Wells? Oh, Wells. No, what they trying to bring him here? He said not a hamburger. Yeah, that was my little sneaky Ethiopian reference. It was wrong. It was culturally inappropriate. I do that type of shit from time to time. Josh said they wasn't fighting. The kids that I seen on MLK at that event for the youth last week were indeed fighting. They were fighting, unless they was playing. That didn't look like no dance to me. They were fighting. I mean, Sean, did you see this footage?
Yeah, I seen the footage. They all at the gas station fighting and shit. That one.
Yeah, it was all over the place. It was multiple. You know.
Yeah, they was fighting like we used to fight back in the day. They was fighting.
Right.
That's terrible.
Outside Johnny Walker at Capitol Court in the parking lot going for self.
Man, they was,
I be missing all that bullshit. I don't know what be going on.
He said they
I don't
weren't
even
fighting.
look at the news. None of that shit.
He said, this is Taco. He said, let's build because we know they got a place for them. But that's deterring them. That's the expectation, prison or death. That's the norm. We have to find the answer to find our future. Man, listen, Talk. Me and you worked on the front lines together in the trenches. You know. Talk, you know what I'm talking about. Out of that focus program stuff we did with that alternative correctional placement, how many we got dead? 5, 6? How many went on to do grown people football numbers after that program? And I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, Talk.
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying. So y'all know that it can work.
No, we know that it fails ultimately because I just said how many are dead, how many ended up still going to grown man prison. Taco got all the letters.
You said grown man prison.
Yes, football
yeah,
numbers.
Well,
we had a kid get out on Saturday and shoot 3 people Saturday evening.
Damn.
3 of them.
That's fucked up.
Right. La Familia
that's fucked up.
versus Latin Kings on the South Side. Young dude, talented too, could draw his ass off. Good kid too. Was listening to everything we was saying. We vibed with him. Love Gabe. Shit, he graduated from the program that morning. He was on the news that evening. Went home. They tried to chase him. That night, I'm telling you, that evening, when I got to the graduation ceremony, and the kids went home. 2 hours later, we was cleaning up. Our supervisor's like, God damn it, Gabe just got in the shootout and shot 3 people. I don't think anybody died, but he shot him up. Did I say his name? Maybe. I hope he ain't listening. They ain't listen to me on the South Side. This is Ja. He said, I found out because I took my grandchild. I stayed because I seen too many young dudes with the masks on. So I stayed. He said, and they popped off a firecracker and then start arguing. The security sprayed them. They ran. And that's when they started dancing in the street. I seen fights. I didn't see dancing. What I saw was fights. This wasn't that. And I did see the footage of the youngster saying he threw the firework in the crowd, which in itself is dumb as hell. Like, yeah, kids do dumb shit. I get it. But come on, man. Like, this is yelling fire in the theater. And you don't do that shit. So I didn't see them fighting, brother. If you seen them fighting, I didn't see them dancing. I saw them fighting. Earl said a curfew do not work if there's no one there to force the curfew. And some of these kids are homeless. Well, somebody gonna get a goddamn ticket in the mail. Your name on that birth certificate. Your ass will start calling the crib saying, hey, is LeRon there? Orlando said Ernest the bottom dweller speaks. He's a lowlife. These dudes. Josh said, okay, we cleared up 3rd Street. Then they must have went around the corner. Me and Qua stayed for about an hour or so. If y'all seen some fighting,
they was getting it in, bro.
Around. I seen him. See, that's what I'm saying. I seen him talking. His live, in which he was saying, like, yo, like he seemed like he was gassed, just emotionally and physically. Like, man, because I know he's staying on the front lines talking to these kids. So he just had this. I told him, I said, come on, Outlaw Radio and talk about it. You know, that's somebody who was there. He said, LOL, a Mexican that can't draw. Y'all funny. No, he could draw. No, Gabe could draw. Like, he was a superb artist. Like, he was talented and cool. He understood all the shit we were saying. I used to do groups, and Gabe would say, I hear you, KB. That's cool. Everything you saying is cool. But I live on the South Side, right? I ain't got no options. Because of my contribution to what's done happen in my neighborhood, when I go anywhere, I got to have my pistol on me. I said, nah, Gabe, no. He said, no, I'm telling you. So he proved it. Because when he got out and went home that day, went to the store, 3 dudes started following him. He led them in the alley, turned around with the gun and went to bussing. Fuck y'all following me for? So, he was talented, man. He was talented. And then he went to jail later on as an adult because he had a conspiracy and a plot. He and like a female and 2 other dudes, they was going to kill a police officer. Now this was all in the news though. This was all in the Journal Center. You can look it up and everything. They was going to, I guess, kill a police officer who was in their neighborhood patrolling or trying to stop whatever they was doing for hustling. So yeah. So I'm just saying that program that we did was intense and up in your face. And I was a care coordinator. I went and got them therapists, family therapists, individual therapists, trackers, mentors. I had a clear budget through wrap around Milwaukee to do this. None of that shit worked. None of it worked. One kid I know it worked with. He said, this is Ernest. He said, I don't kiss white ass though, Orlando, you fucking Sambo ass snitch. Damn.
Oh wow. Well, hold on. What I missed, KB? Where all this come from?
Ernest Walker and Orlando Owens have a real philosophical difference in their point of view.
Every day.
Every show, they don't like each other, and so it's just insult after insult. So
are you gonna hold a boxing match, a celebrity boxing match?
I don't think we're gonna be doing no boxing matches, none like that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I don't want to turn the gunplay.
Do y'all ever go on Milwaukee mug shots and just look at people's charges?
I don't.
No.
This guy got exposing genitals in public area, intimate part to a child. He a monster. He flashes wee wee. He flashes wee wee to a kid. Boy, these niggas is crazy here. There's a lot of mental health going on. You go in there and look.
You need to take up a different hobby.
What, bro? No, bro.
You need to take up a different hobby.
What made me start looking at it right, and it's funny to me. It might not be funny to y'all, but a motherfucker sent me. My daughter was on there, and she fucked up as usual, looking. And I'm like, damn. And then after that, I just started looking at the charges what people got. You know, like felony murder, child abuse, arson, all type of shit. So while we sit here on the phone, I'm going through Milwaukee mugshots. And then you just see the charges. And sometimes you be knowing these people. Like, say you kicking with somebody you never knew that they was a sex offender. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you be fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, white guys, they got a lot of
What you say, come on?
I said, who showed somebody they we with?
Oh, man, come on, man. Nobody that you know. Did you know the dude?
No, that's what I'm asking.
You got to go on Milwaukee mugshots though.
Well, who was he? One of your partners or something? Or you just giving an example?
No, I'm just giving an example. Like they got it's a lot. If you go on Milwaukee mugshots, you see all the different people got different charges.
Yeah, they used to print the magazine, and it used to be in the gas station. Remember? Back in the days, I used to see it on there. I wasn't looking at that shit then. Like, damn. I did have a couple homies on there. I'm like, damn, dog, they put your ass on Front Street. This is Ja. He said, no, I'm just talking ish about my Mexican friends. They watching. I posted this on my page. Shout out to them. Shout out to the South Side. Shout out to the Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Latinos, Asians, Hmongs. Man,
ICE ain't doing their job because there's a lot of them motherfuckers still on the South Side.
Whoa, he said ICE is not doing their job because they ain't got all of them.
I thought you was against Trump.
Damn. I was just saying, que paso?
I thought you was against Trump, Dion.
No, I don't like the Mexicans enough, so I don't care if he deports them.
Damn.
Oh, so you agree with Trump?
Why you don't like Mexican people?
Hold on. So you agree with Trump?
I mean, shit, get him out the country, yeah.
So all I ask, this nigga agree with Trump.
But you hate all black people.
This nigga agree with Trump.
You know I don't like Mexicans, man.
I don't understand what you got against the essays, man. Orlando
Mexicans don't like us, bro. Like, how can you like somebody that don't like you?
Well, do you know every Mexican though? Some Mexicans might not have.
It don't make no difference. No. It's just like if you take a grain of sand to a beach, you can't. Oh, I dropped my grain of sand. You can't look at the Mexicans and pick out which ones like you and which ones don't. All of them, shit.
Wow.
We'll figure it out later.
Go ahead, Kamar.
I think Deion secretly voted for Trump, man. He agreed with Trump.
That is fine.
I ain't secretly voting for no Trump.
Deion found some common ground with Trump.
Get rid of them damn Mexicans. Damn. Yeah. So much for Forte and his friends. They're like, man, what the fuck you put us on, man? What shit you listen to? Hey, let me get a disclaimer. The opinions expressed on Outlaw Radio are solely those of the motherfucker who said it. Know who to be mad at. So don't be mad at nobody else because we didn't say that shit. I do agree that we have an issue because I think a lot of Mexicans, I don't think all of them hate us, but I think a lot of them, there's some deeply rooted issues with colorism and dark Latinos and you know, and some of them do hold, but you know, like we just found out, there's some black people who don't like them. So they could say the same thing. Like, when black people don't like us, Holmes, what are you talking about? That was a horrible Mexican accent, by the way.
And you know what though?
What the fuck that country was? Was I Irish? What the fuck was that?
I was listening to Karen Hunter on Sirius XM satellite radio, and they was talking about how a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like before they came to this country, you know, the white people kind of like groomed them, you know, and they said bad things about African Americans. Even some of the Africans, you know what I'm saying, they'd be like, those people, you are not like those people. So for some reason, you know, and then people, and then, you know, when you don't see nothing on the media but bad publicity, like look at all the bullshit that's going on. Even, remember a couple weeks ago in Chicago, they had that mass shooting at that bar in downtown Chicago. And for some reason, like my girl was like yesterday, she's like, why did they call it mass shootings? I was like, I guess when more than 3 or 4 people get shot. But the bar person down there in Chicago, I guess he a bar owner. He was like, they know better to have a rap release album. And the lady was like, well, we was just trying to do publicity because we just opened our bar. We didn't know nothing like that was going to happen. You feel what I'm saying?
But you know what? Hold on, Deion. What I heard was that young sister who her album, she is a drill rapper and she has that kind of it's on your grave, smoke my ops, and this kind of shit.
So Mel Bucks, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
come on, man. Look what she's saying in her rap.
The clique she fuck with is called Drench Gang.
Yes.
You already know what Drench
and they beef like with the other
and they got and they say them niggas got beef with everybody down there in the city.
Okay. Not saying that anybody who got shot deserved it, right? Like no, I'm not saying that.
But it was just like when it's bad publicity of black people, like we'd go to our graves defending Milwaukee, like you said. I love Milwaukee. And you know, you would hear the white people, you know, when I used to work out there in Graft and all this about Milwaukee, this. But you motherfuckers, I can't get home sometimes because you motherfuckers is going to the Brewer Stadium. Or y'all coming down here, but y'all hate Milwaukee so bad. You know what I'm saying? But y'all come down here and visit everything. But the publicity that the media plays towards us get people that don't really have any common ground with us or never had interaction with us bad. It gives us a bad name. So if a person is coming here from a different country and they never encountered black people before and all you hear is negative stereotypes, that's why they have that way. So that's why my
maybe
attitude,
you just been listening to drill rap before you got here. Or maybe you just been watching Power and BMF. Or maybe you've been on YouTube listening to known gang members come on and indict and what do they call it? What do they call it when you talk against your own interests and your ass get your
indict yourself?
Right. You're incriminating yourself. Right. So now, and I'll say this about Mexico. I don't necessarily believe white people are to blame for this problem, since most Mexican people understand who actually took the parts of America from Mexico. We took Texas, California, the whole West Coast. So when they say gringo, I don't think they're listening to white people, because Mexico was conquered initially by the Spaniards, correct? Right? That's who took South America and Mexico. So I think that comes from maybe Spaniards saying, well, we enslaved their ass too. They slaves too. So when you get there, y'all, so I don't know. We can blame white people for, influencing Latinos and Mexicans and that. Once they got here, maybe they watch the news and say, these people fucked up. Let's stay away from them. And I'm not, if I came here with my country, I say that. I say, no, I don't want y'all over there on that neighborhood. Them motherfuckers crazy. Now, Earl said a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Taco said a lot of us on this show, and most of us who are on this show, we are the trenches, and we have to come together to see how we can help and solve our community, serve our community. See, I'm over meeting to have another meeting, though, Talk. We know how this go. I don't want to come and sit around for the kumbaya. I'm sorry. Does that sound bad? How many times we gonna meet? I can walk in a meeting right now in the community and see people who was there 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years ago. And they're going to give the same speech. And they're going to have the same thing. And we're going to meet for 2 hours with no agenda. And we're going to leave there with no traction. Because what we're going to say is, hey, brothers, and we're going to be here next Saturday. For what? We ain't did shit today. Why am I coming down here next week? So I can buy some incense? I mean, you want me to buy some incense or some body oils from you? I'm not trying to be funny, but it's funny, right? Like, this is what this turns into. So unless once again, we need a think tank with a representative from each part of what ails us. Somebody who's a money guy, somebody who's a law guy, somebody who's an education person, somebody who's a holistic person, somebody who's a religious person.
And them niggas go meet.
Huh?
I said, and them niggas go meet.
Right. And then they represent a delegation. And when we meet, what's the report from your delegation? What's yours? All right, let's put something together, as opposed to we had 500 brothers and ain't nobody said shit. I'm sorry. I listen. You heard, I sat in a meeting one time, I heard at least 25 speakers. And true, they represented different parts of the community. Nobody had a solution. Nobody had a plan. Nobody had an agenda. We felt good. That's right, brother. Yeah, brother. That shit don't move mountains.
Feel good meetings.
Well, yeah, we man, it's unity. But what is it doing? What do we do? It's 44% of the community of this city is black. We fucking off the majority. What are we doing? Because you got about a large percentage of us who don't want to hear it. They over it. You gonna talk that positive shit. I got to live down here. Kev, I don't give motherfucker. Your ass don't even live on Capitol no more. You always hollering Capitol. Your ass don't even live. And you're right. You're right. You're fucking right. And listen, I love the neighborhood. I do. I love my old neighborhood. I drive through it all the time.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I drive like a motherfucker. Was that Kev? I think so. I'm just being honest.
That neighborhood ain't bad though.
It ain't what it was.
When I was looking,
it ain't what it was.
Looking for a house, I wanted to buy over there like on 17th and Olive and all over there by Rooster King. But the property taxes are so goddamn expensive though.
It ain't what it was, Dion. Trust me, it's not what it was. Trust me. I was born and raised over there.
It used to be now.
I need to clear something up. I need to clear something up because I just reached out to somebody else that's close to Quad, and she said that that wasn't Quad thing. You know, they was doing something next door, and they came out and seen that shit. That wasn't Quad and them kids. That was somebody else's kid.
Oh, I just seen him. I don't know who kids it was. Yeah. Okay, so, thank you for that. Yeah. But they was fighting. They wasn't dancing though, right? I mean, we was right on that part at least, right? Was that a
but that wasn't
pit?
Quad and them kids. Yeah, Quad and them kids was doing something else and probably got grouped in with that shit. But yeah, I want to know who threw that. I mean, that's what he saw.
Okay. Yeah. I just seen him talking. That's all.
Yeah.
This is who's this? This is Earl Henning. He said, "No jail food for me." Sharita Shaw, how you doing? How you doing? She's laughing at Dion. She said he agrees with deportation. Taco saying Lil Bro KB is telling the truth, and that's just one story. We had the South Side and the North Side and the East Side. Yes, we did. We had them from all over the city, and they was coming in and going. Boy, it was a meat factory. No diddy. I mean, and I told these kids with the focus. We worked in an alternative corrections program at St. Charles with Wraparound Milwaukee and Milwaukee County Juvenile Probation. And basically we dealt with adjudicated teenage felons. And we gave them outpatient mental health care and services and all this kind of stuff. Instead of being in Wales, you got your sentence suspended so you could come home and just do 90 days at St. Charles And as long as you followed the programming and participated, you get out early. You wouldn't have to stay there. And so we'd have some of them they're supposed to be there 3 months. Some of them stayed 6, 9, 8, 12. We had a kid there one time, 1.5 years. But I'm saying once they hit 17 and got out of our program, they went back to the community. And there was no aftercare, none of that. And so a lot of them, I mean, at one point I got tired of looking at the news and damn, another one from Focus? These kids who I done sat and conversed with and been to their house and dealt with the mama and daddy, murdered or killing somebody else. Like, damn. So it was very frustrating.
So you tell me after they graduated from y'all, there was nobody there to do any follow-up or wraparound services as they transition into that next chapter of their life.
For all intents and purposes, there was none. And like I said, once they hit 17, then you can be charged as an adult. So it's like, it's a handoff. But my point is they got so many. We really got a chance to sit them down. Like at one point, I was a therapist. So I used to do the drug, the ALDA assessment. I used to look at the psych. Everybody had a psych eval, and I would set up their program and what groups you had to be in. So I got a chance to sit with a lot of them. Like, man, what's going on? Like, no, man, my mom's, my dad, but and we'd have them for a minute, but then next thing you know, somebody gonna come in the job and say, man, y'all see the news this morning? Man, you see little so and so, boom, boom, boom. So I mean, that program was wild. I feel like they used us, right? Give them a little something. And then as soon as they get 17, out in the community, what they supposed to do? Because you can't come back to the unit.
Right.
So it wasn't secured. So kids could just literally walk out. We'd be making them something to eat. 5 kids would hit it. We got to go chase these motherfuckers down. So Josh said, y'all nuts. This segment is all over the place. It is. And people get on me about that. Like, it's all over the place. I know. That's what happens when you let people talk. Sharita said, fortunately, I do too. Huh?
What you trying to say?
No, but this is what happens. That's Messy Monday. We're gonna talk about any and anything. So just go all over the place. Like bird shit. How can you put 2 hours of Black experience in America? You can't quantify that. So you just gonna talk about, you can try to touch on all of it. There's still gonna be a lot of shit we left off. He said Blacks don't like Blacks, so fuck us too. Dang.
Damn.
What an assessment, right? And we're gonna be mad at everybody who don't like us. Shouldn't that include us?
Yeah.
I mean, so much like our community, the show is all over the place. Like my brother said, it's like being in the community. Ewok said, Orlando, I'm old and wise enough to know a sellout when I see one. You do enough tap dancing for 10 ignorant ass, dumb slave type niggas like yourself. Ewok.
Whoa, hey. I gotta start coming back to the show more because I don't know when did this take place.
Taco said, now that's the same thing they do, judge us all by a few, when Dion was saying they all the same. Man, real talk. Earl Henning said, hey, my Mexican and Puerto Rico friends help me faster than my help. He said, hey, my Mexican and my Puerto Rican friends helped me faster than my Black friends did. Okay. Speaking of Mexicans, a shout out to Robert Miranda. He'll be on the show Wednesday to talk about the latest development with the lead water problems in Milwaukee. Shout out to Robert. He hit me today and said he has some new developments he wanted to come on Wednesday and talk about. So shout out to him. So we'll get a representative of the lab. That's what I'm saying. I'm cool with Robert's cool. If we call Robert right now, like we need support on the north side, he's coming. So I can't say all Mexicans is racist. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that to be true. I believe they're just like, I think everybody's prejudiced. I'm prejudiced because I prefer to be with my own people. I hope my people win. I want my people to succeed, but I don't hate white people. I don't want to take any rights from them. I don't want to harm them. I just love Black people. And I think most Mexicans are like that. Like, nah, we love our own people. Y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. So
as they should. Shit.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with nationalism until it turns into, xenophobia and racism and discrimination where you want to hurt somebody else. Ja Forte said she was part of a crew of killers. Is that what it was? Down in Chicago with the young sister who party got shot. Yeah, that was some wild shit. Orlando said this is a gang clique situation that happened. He's asking, is this a gang or a clique situation that happened? I don't know. You got the wrong person. I wouldn't know. Earl said they have meetings. Shout out to Mariah Johnson. What it do, cuzzo? What it do? What it do? She said, good evening, family. Earl said, run, nigga, run. Sharita Shaw said, nigga, I don't want to live in Milwaukee City, but Milwaukee County. I don't disagree. I want to still be close enough so I can still see the turf, but I don't know if I want to live on the soil. I said, that's what I said. That's what I said. I think he's agreeing with something. Mariah says, shit, 12th to 20th on Capitol was completely different. I'm over there every day. Yeah. I grew up on 17th. That shit was love, man. It was, come on, man. It's still okay. It ain't as bad as some other neighborhoods, but once again, it's not what it was, because I don't think the home ownership level is that high.
Not the same.
It was. You know what I'm saying? As bad as Atkinson is, from Atkinson and Capitol all the way up to 8th Street, it was businesses on both sides of Atkinson.
Yep.
Up and down, black-owned businesses, even some white ones. True Value, the wood shop, the karate school, Perkins, is so much. And I don't see those buildings are like dilapidated. I mean, J&J's is gone. Josh said that's what he said. She said they stole the construction equipment for the new light over there. They sure did.
For what new light?
It was putting up a stoplight, and somebody stole the construction equipment.
Where?
Over on Capitol.
God damn.
Like it was like 17th or 20th, somewhere in there. Where was it? Where was it at? Because I did see that. They said it was complaining because somebody stole the equipment. Josh said no, they wasn't fighting on 3rd. They went around the corner. Quad came out because he seen me outside talking to a group of young men trying to stop them from going to jail. Yeah. I stayed for about 2 hours and then moved around. Y'all telling me something I didn't know. I'm only going off what I seen on Facebook.
Hey, so somebody got a red light, green light, stop in their basement, some motherfucking where?
Something. Did they steal the tools? I don't think they stole the light, Kamar, but that's a possibility.
Okay.
Somebody have a whole stoplight in their basement.
Motherfucker got the stoplight in their basement and shit.
Got that shit on their porch for when you ring the doorbell and shit.
Kids playing red light, green light, stop in the backyard.
Wow. Okay. Josh said I would have stayed around. And we need brothers like you. You need brothers like you. You know what I'm saying? That's admirable, man. Because once again, everybody can't do the same thing. We all have to know our lane. We all have a contribution that we can make. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said put me on the classroom side. Put me in an environment where I can really talk to these kids and get an audience, and the kids who want to be there can stay, and the kids who don't can get the fuck out. That's my role. I'm no longer a dude who's gonna be on the block trying to break up no fight. I'm trying, hey man, y'all go home. You're gonna see me pulling off like, is that Kev leaving? Like a motherfucker up out of there. Now, this is not what I do, but I welcome brothers who have that kind of commitment to it. Earl said they send you back to the place where it all started. You're bound to failure. Josh says he going ham on George Jefferson. I see. Wait, now who's George Jefferson? Orlando?
Wow.
Did he call him George Jefferson? I don't know if that's what he's talking about. It is Messy Monday though. Orlando says slow learners also speak out of turn. Earnest grow up and stay in your place, and that place is a bottom slum. Damn. He said no. Okay, so Earl is saying they stole the wires and the supplies, not the light. Not the light.
Oh yeah, man, they said that. That's gone already.
It's 10 o'clock. So is my brother still with his mail? Because I want to get his info before we leave.
Yeah, I'm still here.
So my brother, it's 10 o'clock, so we're gonna stay on just a few more minutes. But tell these people exactly how to get in contact with you and what services you offer again.
Okay. Man, we sell life insurance, accident insurance, cancer policies, critical illness policies,
supplemental insurance.
All of it is supplemental. Each policy, it pays you directly.
Okay.
So if you want to know more about it, I'm gonna put my my telephone number in the chat too, and we can sit down and talk about it. And
I'm gonna send you a link to join the People's News Network.
Okay.
And then you can share all your information round the clock in the People's News Network.
Okay.
Damn.
That's our sister group.
Okay.
I ain't even got that link. Well, I tell
You
you, you got
lie.
me
Stop lying,
funny.
Sean. That's
Man,
because
I
you
ain't
don't
got that
want it.
link.
I done
I
shared
ain't
your
got that
show.
link.
I was sharing your show in the People's News Network. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you didn't share the link so I can share it. That's what I tell you. I'm gonna have
All you got
to
to
call
do
a
is
meeting
join the
somewhere
group,
out here.
Sean. I think you're already a member. Niggas will
Oh,
find some
okay.
shit to complain about. Hey, man,
Oh,
you
okay.
didn't give me one. You got more French fries than me. Go ahead,
All
brother.
right,
He
okay.
interrupted you, man. Promote your business, man.
Also, my email is in the chat. I can't seem to type or something right now. So
I got it in there. I put it in there. It's in there.
Yeah, my email is in the chat, and we can sit down and we can talk. You know, because a lot of this is about family history too. You know, family ailments. So, you know, what me and Sean was talking about. You know, we want to get some of these young brothers that's 17 to 25. You know, with some of these businesses where they can get some coverage, where some people can probably donate some money just to get them coverage, because as young kids, they mind don't start thinking about it till 25, 30. You know, if we can get it in place for them and then they can take over the payments later, you know, if somebody love you enough to do that, you know, we can do that. You
Okay.
know, so
Okay. Y'all holler at this brother. He's gonna be in the People's News Network. If you're not in there, get in there. If not, you're missing out on probably the most legitimate group, because we don't waste a lot of time on fight videos or shucking and jiving. It's black people stuff, right? Like just like my show, Foundational Black American Platform, and it's real pertinent news. A lot of people look in the People's News Network and it be stories, and they're like, I didn't even know this shit. Let me go look this up. So check the People's News Network out. Let me finish my chat room before we go. Mariah says 17th down to 13th on Fee Branch Ave is due for new street lights, and they stole the electrical equipment and the pipes. All the elderly are in the dark. Shit. I see. Ain't the same. Ain't the same, Kamar. He said they ain't shit.
Fuck they doing with the street poles, man? Where you gonna cash them in at?
They got that wire. See, that wire is copper.
They go straight to the, you know.
They said the poles too. They took the poles too. They said.
I don't know. Unless
you gonna see
in
copper in all these little motherfuckers' mouths.
Hey, copper,
they got gold. That's copper in your mouth.
My father was a junk man. Copper worth a lot of money, man. You got 35, 40 pounds of copper, boy. You about to catch a G. You know what I'm saying?
There's some old niggas that did that. Them young niggas probably don't know the value of that shit.
Them some old dope fiends. They got a whole ring going. That's some catalytic converter motherfuckers.
They're them the dope fiends around there. They know about that shit.
Right. Shabaka said, greetings from Sin City. It was 110 degrees today. It was hot as hell here, but I was under central
air.
It felt like that here. Yeah, it was hot as hell. Shout out to Sharita Shaw. She said, I'm prejudiced to both, of course, not racist. You know, to a point. Josh said they going in wild. Yeah, them dudes, Orlando and Ernest gonna go at each other. It's gonna be bottom of the barrel. Josh said, thank you for the laughter and information on insurance. Hey man, that's what we here for.
Appreciate
Messy
it,
Monday. Messy Monday. Mariah saying, hey Mel. Oh, okay. So you know Cuzzo. Okay. I didn't know you know Cuzzo. Sharita Shaw said FBA, absolutely. As far as I go. Mariah Johnson said it's copper. Yep, she's saying it before we got to it. This is Ja. He said, I just hooked up with some investors. We are bringing grown people shows to Milwaukee, and we are helping them with the real estate game. I will let y'all know. So if you have anything to bring to the table, let's all link up. I told y'all first. You said grown people shows. Okay. Well, I don't get no traction with the youngsters. This is not a demographic for young people. It's not part of my demographic. So if you want a grown people show, I think Outlaw Radio is probably, in my opinion, I might be biased. I think this is the best thing going. Everything else is catering to some young ass people with some street shit. Won't do no boots on the ground or no fan dancing on here. Earl Henny said, hey, you should take that shit away from there every night any damn way. He said you should take the shit away from there every night.
Talking about the copper wiring and stuff.
He said, Earl, you sugar? What the fuck?
You sweet.
Oh, wow. He called him sweet.
Oh,
wow. So check this out. I have no more insults, man. I'm just goddamn. So here's where we at. Kamar, we're gonna finish with Kamar with his real OG stuff. But Sean, you got something coming up this week before I go into closing the bill?
Yeah, I got a couple meetings with some people about some violence prevention plans and been talking with some other people about redoing the safe zones.
Okay.
So, we'll see, man. And I'm still giving away some game. I got some game for some people. You want a passive income? Hey, holla at me. I done talked to a few people. I'm going to try to get us a location so we can sit down and talk. I'm going to give you the game, give you the handout, and walk you through the process. Then, hey, do what you do.
All right. You are right. This dude is fully in his PJs in the bed. So, but old people get sleepy, man. So I understand that boy Sean is covered up in his blanket with his blinky.
I ain't got no blanket on, man.
with his pacifier. He ready to go to sleep.
I'm just laying down right now.
Puppy's going to good homes.
Mariah says, Sean, get up. This is Ja. He said music, bro. My organization. Oh, he's doing blues and R&B. You said shows. My head all goes to what I'm doing, right? I'm selfish. They say I'm a narcissist. Sharita Shaw said real OG. So check this out. We always talk about foundational Black American, and that's why I identify with, but because I feel like the delineation movement, which involves self-identifying, is very, very important. We can name off all these different cultural groups, but the one thing we can't deny is that they all have solidarity. So we talk about Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Asians, Hmong. I talked about the Hmong community. They have extreme solidarity. It's them against the world, right? They have identified. If you go up to one of them and say, hey, are you Japanese? He gonna say, hell no, I'm Hmong. What are you talking about? Call a Mexican dude Puerto Rican and watch how quick he checks you. I ain't Puerto Rican. I'm Mexican, right? For Black people, when we said, hey, we're not African Americans because we have lost all of our African identity. And I say I'm a foundational Black American because I've researched my family all the way back to 1840. There is no Latino, no Asian, no Jamaican, no Haitian, no Native African. They're all Black people who were born in the United States of America. And how do I know this? Because we looked at the census from, me and my wife probably looked at every year from 1860 up to 1970, right? It identifies who's who and what's what. There are some white people because we know Massa, would sneak in and out of chicken coop. And we know the white woman love that mandingo, right? So you always had light-skinned people. So the DeBarges are the DeBarges. What I'm saying is my family lineage goes back to the United States of America. I am the descendant of those slaves, real slaves. My great-grandparents were slaves, born into slavery, right? Towards the end. So I identify as a Black American. Foundational Black American. It has nothing to do with Tariq Nasheed. It has nothing to do with partisan politics. It has nothing to do with money, bumper stickers, t-shirts, slogans, hashtags, none of that. It simply has to do with the fact that we, as a group of people who were raped and handled the most rough by this country, have to identify who we are. We have fought in every armed conflict. We are the heartbeat of this economy, and anything that you're talking about that's built, we built the shit. Besides the Asians who did the trains, but even they got reparations for being placed into internment camps, and we ain't got a goddamn thing. So it's very important for us to identify as foundational Black Americans, whether you agree with it or not. You might be one and don't want to admit it. Here's my deal: when you start to put partisan politics into it for us, it becomes very partisan, because there's a misnomer that to be an FBA you have to be anti-Republican or anti-Democrat. Okay, you don't. That's not a requirement. I just mentioned where my family came from and our contribution to this country. I ain't said sheep shit from Wild Honey about a Republican or a Democrat. All right. So I see somebody like Roland Martin, who's a talking head and supposed to be a lawyer and very intellectual. And you have these highbrow wannabe, I don't even know what the fuck you call them, who want to try to spit at foundational Black Americans because you hear us criticize Republicans and you hear us criticize Democrats, which rightfully so we should. As a matter of fact, for a very long time, we've identified ourselves as the party poopers on this show because we poop on both parties. So foundational Black Americans and Democrat and Republican there's no correlation. You're not just because you don't like the Democrats, you bad. So I see Roland Martin come on and once again lump us all in and insult foundational Black Americans. Broke, ignorant, dumb, misled, misinformed, And I'm looking at him and I'm saying, you're part of the problem because you ain't preaching unity at all. You're not talking about big picture politics, which is the fact that we all just trying to get free. As a matter of fact, when it even comes to religion, the great minister Louis Farrakhan said, we ain't gonna argue about religion. We don't know what the hell it means anyway. We'll argue about that when we get free. So when I see somebody like Roland Martin, who's mad because people have identified him as a political shill, a Democratic hack, which he does function as at certain points, and, you know, depending on what day you catch him, this ain't about partisan politics for us as black people. This is about empowerment and liberation and progress. So when you put that title on FBA, it's just like Sean told me about putting false information out there. When you people keep spinning that narrative, trying to class, oh, they just follow Tariq Nasheed or this kind of shit, it's false information and it's divisive and it's counterproductive, right? I don't care what political party you are affiliated with, unless you start to speak against the truth that we all know and understand and live as black people, which is that we are disenfranchised. There's institutionalized racism. There's segregation. There's still discrimination. And we understand that Trump has ushered in a new level where I don't know if he's as anti-black as some of the other racist presidents we've had, because he's more anti-poverty. I think Trump don't like nobody who ain't got no money, but there's also a very anti-black undertone to what Trump does. That's why white people get batteries in their back. That's why it's more Karens and it's more Kins and all these people. White people Brody as fuck with their racism right now. So to somebody out there, if you don't understand what being a foundational black American is, just shut the fuck up. Don't talk about it. And don't tell me who I follow. Don't tell me, oh, you must like Umar Johnson, which we didn't talk about Umar broke begging ass tonight, but we'll get on his ass Wednesday because we'll be back. But I'm just saying, listen to the whole story. Know what you're talking about before you open your mouth, right? Because no matter how high up you think you are, no matter how mighty and influence, how much influence Roland Martin thinks he has, he is soon to find that he will get a nigga moment when it's time for his ass to go too. My mother used to say, your ass go in the wagon come too. That just meant anybody could get it, right? And so I'm tired of hearing people misrepresent and talking about foundational black Americans as if it's bad for us to self-identify. Nobody has told me yet what's wrong with us saying this is who we are. We ain't gonna worry about who ain't with us. This is who we are. And tell me a part of what I just explained about FBA lineage that's false.
Can I ask you a question, though, Ken, real quick?
Well, you can't right now because I'm in the middle of closing the show. But just for this one time, I'm going to allow you to do so. What's your question?
My whole thing with that is the reason I don't draw off of it, because where was it at in 79 and 78 when we was calling ourselves Negroes and then we developed into African Americans? So this is something new that just came about.
Well, that's misinformation. That's misinformation as well, because my mother, who was raised in the Jim Crow South and transitioned through the Black Power period, supporting the Black Panther Party for self-defense and all these kind of new black ideologies, never identified herself as a Negro. As a matter of fact, the reason why I say I'm black is because she told me that we were black. Because James Brown said, I shouted out loud, I'm black and I'm proud. And the concept of Black Power was riding right along with that. Jesse Jackson came with African American. So for you to say we weren't saying that. There were some people who were saying it. So that's the answer to that question. So let me finish what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
I want us all to be on the same page, right? That's why I will let a Democrat come on here. I'll let a Republican come on here. I'll let a white dude come on here. Because all I care about at the end of the day is black people getting over and progressing to the levels that they need to be in, and our community getting some sort of empowerment. Okay? So my thing is, people say, Ken, why you let Orlando come on? Because he's a black man. I don't care that he's a Republican. I tell him I don't give a fuck about Trump or Republicans. I don't care. It's easy for me to say that. All black people need to be on the same page on code. The minute we stop arguing with each other all the goddamn time, you'll start to see things getting done. And in this city, which is a city of silos, that group of niggas work over there, that group of niggas work over here, and the white people like them motherfuckers can't get along to save their life. Let's just do what we do. That's why gentrification is coming. That's why it's real.
Yep.
That's why it's real. So when you hear somebody saying, oh, man, them FBA, and it's always the Foundational Black Americans Association, whatever it is, it ain't no whatever. Say it for what it is. Say it for what it is. You can call Mexicans Mexican. You can let Puerto Ricans can be Puerto Rican, but I can't be an FBA. Stop with the bullshit. Kamar, you got an OG for us? You got some real OG shit for us?
For sure. You ready? Y'all
Yes,
ready?
sir.
Let's
Yes,
get it,
sir.
y'all. Real OGs. Real OGs know it's a pattern with chronic losers. They never change. Stop me when I'm lying.
There you go. There you go. If your criticism of the community outweighs your contribution to it, your ass is a coon. I see y'all Wednesday night, man. Peace and love.
Coon ass nigga.
Peace.
Peace. Good, I'm tired.